there's one thing I want to get out of the way that I missed on last week's in regard to Fort Armistead, and then I'm going to get off of that, so to speak. One of the jokes that was made that that needed to be told was we were talking about what some of the people at the factory might do on their lunch break down there. And then it's like the new guy comes in and is like, what goes on down the woods? And the old senior man says, I can show you better than I can tell you.
You want to come with me to get the fried chicken on Friday?
Also, I got to take a quick minute and give a shout out.
To fan stores? Oh, okay. No, you were pointing at the fan stores dinosaurs. I'm like, oh.
I don't know. He picked X-Transbots as third-party company of the year, so
yeah.
Maybe the butter's on a different slice of toast now.
So Sanjay bought this, sent it to Sean Diesel to have it painted for my set.
Recognize the paint job.
And it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
That's great.
Beautiful.
I don't know what it looks like without paint, but
I got news for you. Not like that.
Does it look like the Hasbro? That's great. That's some solid work there.
Yeah. So
I got something coming for Sanjay. So
I was really, really and truly touched and surprised by that. Unfortunately, I do not have something for Sanjay, but I do have something for you.
Oh no!
And I do have something for you.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I have thought long and hard about, so to speak.
But look,
and I cannot come up with anything.
But I'm
not giving shit.
Well, first of all, I don't. You already told me you're not giving me shit. You told me that when you bought me my gift. You were like, "This is your one gift for the duration of our friendship."
That's fair.
I will tell you this though. I don't. Anything that I've gotten has never been like. It's not like it's like I've gotten you some sort of grail. It's been like some sort of. It'll make sense. It'll make sense.
Okay.
It's within the wheelhouse. It's. You won't feel compelled to get me anything.
Fair enough. Okay.
Although, it'd be nice you got me something.
Here he is. Hey, Joe, let's get him some ketchup.
Give him a Brofest pass.
A Brofest pass with ketchup. Unlimited ketchup refills.
So I have like a ton of stuff to do intro-wise, but I'm just going to save them because we have so much to cover tonight because we didn't do any news outside of Versus.
I mean, it's been an hour and a half.
Outside of the 3-6 we spent on the uncut. First of all, listen to me. Listen to me. If you are not subscribed to Patreon, it's worth going in at least for $1 just to hear the uncut version of that episode. I listened back to it today. It is phenomenal. It's a beautiful train wreck.
Is it mentally ridiculous?
It's very much so.
In fact, mentally ridiculous. In fact, mentally ridiculous is mentioned by name.
Yeah. Many things were mentioned by name. Actually, there were things already cut out of that.
All true.
On spot cuts.
Yeah, even the uncut is somewhat cut.
Yeah.
Like a circumcision gone wrong in many ways.
Ooh, man.
With that being said, I want to give a shout out to Gamez and also to Casey for coming through. It was a great time.
Shout out for Pinkerton for not being here so that they can be here.
That's right, because there's not enough room in the room for more than
so we might have
the
the opportunity to make it even a big show on Saturday.
Oh, fun! Well, I'll wear shorts because it gets hot in here real quick.
It does. But then I figured we wouldn't have to deal with the scheduling conflicts of the next week.
The more people you invite, the less likely Joe is to come. So
that is true.
At least
it's a very intimate.
At least
very intimate. And it's only true. It only works sometimes. It doesn't make any sense. It's like my onion thing. It's like if it's Skullfest, it's fine. If it's TFCon in 2016, it's fine.
This is a 1 year, bro. It's just a 1 year.
Just
Never
the
see
one
me
random
again.
year.
But with that being said, I am going to move forward. And Joe, you got your coffee first.
Yep.
Chris, how was your nerd week?
Oh my God.
I know.
Let's begin.
Yeah.
I'll start with just the tragic day I've had today. So we knew before we left for our trip that the toilet in our guest room was leaking and needed to be fixed.
You left a leaky toilet?
No, we turned it off.
Okay. I was like, hello?
We turned it off.
Sir.
We turned it off. Yeah, we don't want to bleed our well completely dry. So Kelly started to fix it, and it got to the point where I'm like, just order a fucking toilet. We'll go pick up a new one. It's it's more trouble. You're going to be in here cussing this thing for the next 3 days, or we can just spend the money. So
spend diorama money, bro. Just hire somebody to install it.
Well,
please.
The problem with that is that everything ends up becoming the diorama money, and then the diorama money gets spent. I've learned that recently.
So she ordered a toilet at Lowe's in Westminster. We went there, did a couple other errands. We got lunch, which was nice to sit and talk to each other without kids screaming.
Sure.
We'll get to that in a minute. Come home, get the toilet in the house. I've got 3 things I needed to be doing. She's working on the toilet. It's missing like the bag of hardware.
What the fuck?
The whole bag of hardware is missing. And she had already like set the wax ring and put it on the ground. Like, fuck.
Oh no.
So call them and see if they got another one. So they had another one. So at sitting here at your table here, it's 7:20. We had planned to start at 6:45. We went and got this other toilet, and the road to get from Westminster to my house, within 3 miles, there were 3 traffic accidents. And that's why I'm here late. So that was how'd you say it, Bobby? Entanglement.
Oh my god.
Entanglements and shit.
Entanglements. Fucking voicemail, bro.
Oh wait, I should play.
God damn it.
That was great.
I was like, what is this? You never fucking leave voicemail. What is this?
Yeah, I do, because the look, I got news for you, and no offense, Cody, but the recorded talk via text completely disassembles the reason to send a text.
Oh yeah.
I always have to put people on pause with that shit, because I'm always listening to something or in the middle of something that like I can't do the audio, but I could do the and it's not just Cody. I'm just using it because he often sends me I'm having a bit of a drive.
Oh, he does that to me too.
But so Chris sent a text that said, guys, maybe closer to 7 had some entanglements, and I said, entanglements and entanglements and entanglements and entanglements.
I don't know that I've ever actually heard that song. I know I've heard you talk about it.
I never have.
It's
I just know of it from fucking here.
I'm going to start with the non-cruise stuff, like what I watched and whatnot. I watched the second part of Masters of the Universe Revelations.
I did too. Let's talk about it.
It's fine.
Did you watch the first part?
I did. I've seen all of it.
Which part did you like
why
better?
would you watch the
I
second
like the
part?
first part. I like the first part much better.
I like the first part infinitely better than the second part.
Yeah.
My I don't know if this is an episode 9 thing, if there was some sort of trying to make the fanboys happy bit. I don't think it was, because
I never saw
like it was tightly packed. Like it seems like they came out close to one another where you wouldn't have time to adjust.
To change, I think that
This is going to be somewhat spoilery.
I don't care.
You don't care. I figured as much.
It's been out several weeks. So.
All right. So here's my issue with it. Everybody gets the fucking power.
Yep. It's like Oprah handing out Pontiacs, man.
Castle of Grayskull, I have the power. No, you don't. You do. She does. He does. A few of them do. Some of them do. That guy does over there. That guy gets it. Like,
it's like the Flash.
It was like being in the Bat family.
That too. Both of those things. True.
Yes.
Oh, you
more
look
like the Bat family.
You look kind of sneaky.
Like,
you want to be in the
my biggest issue is that, for one, everybody, He-Man gets the power 2 different ways. Skeletor gets it. Evil Lyn gets it. Teela's a sorceress. The sorceress is a sorceress. Evil Lyn's a sorceress. Like, everybody gets to swap.
See, that's the thing. When everyone's special, no one's special.
Correct. Talk to him.
So, I think you're hitting the nail on the head, so to speak. That it's like, why are you telling me the story? The story doesn't go anywhere. Okay, now we know Teela is the daughter of Duncan, and
which we always kind of knew.
The sorcerer.
If we didn't even know directly, I feel like we always kind of knew.
Assumed anyway.
Yeah,
you kind of put 2 and 2 together, but they actually said it. And it's like, and then, you throw Clamp Champ and Fisto in there. And Fisto said some wild ass shit, didn't he?
Dude.
I mean, the sentence is wild ass shit.
I'm going to find it.
Fisto said some wild ass shit you'd probably appreciate, Joe.
I am going to find it.
He's the one character I'm in.
It was dripping with innuendo. But he was only in it for like 5 or 10 minutes, and he got like 7 one-liners.
5 minutes is all you fucking need when you're good.
Listen, man. When I heard it, I was like, don't not take note of where this fucking timestamp is.
You put a timestamp on it?
I put a timestamp nearby. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah.
I just doing that, so it doesn't seem like I'm dragging you guys on, even though you definitely know
if
I'm
I
dragging
cosplay
you guys
anybody,
on.
I'm definitely Fisto.
Yeah, you are.
Like if you ever take the character tests on like Facebook, which I don't use anymore for 2 years, that's why I don't get invites. If they're like, "Oh, which character are you?" I'm definitely Fisto. There you go.
Hold on 1 second. Here we go. We're recording a little bit. I just want to make sure that this is locked and loaded. This big Skeletor monster is coming out of the sky.
He's back, all right. I'd sure like to fist him.
Yes. Hopefully we don't get a strike for that, but
Come on.
Dude, Matt, props to the fucking voice actor who can say that shit with a straight face. How many takes did it take him?
there were literally 5 or 6 of those kind of.
Bro,
It's ridiculous.
it's amazing.
It is great.
It's amazing.
Sure like to fist him.
I mean, that
Bruh.
was it was an easy watch. I think it was
I
like
would,
6.
fuck, I wish I was a giant
6
evil Lynn instead.
You get that at some point.
Sure, I like to fist her.
Yeah.
God, that would have been much better.
So yeah, so that I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what they're. I don't know what the point of it is.
So I don't know either. Other than, I mean, they kind of vanquish the evil entities, but my biggest issue with it is that, like, and maybe I'm biased, but like Evil Lynn's arc doesn't make any fucking sense.
No.
Like, they kind of turn her heart. She understands. She gets it in the first season. Like, and that makes sense given her history with Skeletor and everything. And then in the second season, you can still see a bit of that turmoil with her and Skeletor. And then the moment that she gets the power, she's just an evil fucking tyrant
Right.
too. Like, she doesn't, none of the previous events of the last year transcribe at all over to her achieving this goal. Like, it's just fucking stupid.
Yeah, well, I will say
it
it was an interesting dynamic. They used Beastman as kind of her
Voice of
barometer
conscious
to an
like,
extent. Like,
yeah, like
what
Jiminy
the fuck,
Cricket,
dude. Yeah, yeah. Except it's like what the fuck, dude?
Beastman, bro.
But like, you know what I did dig? When the evil Lynn becomes the sorceress, she gets the sorceress because everybody's sharing powers in this shit, Joe. It's this power sharing. It's very today in many ways.
It's like time sharing. Do they like go to a meeting and then?
Yeah, so they go to Eternia, and then they go to the heaven, and then which evil Lynn crashes down just to prove there's no heaven.
That is pretty clever. Yeah,
So like, she's like, here's a thing, but it doesn't exist though. Watch.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo.
Isn't that meaningless? Well, it wasn't fucking meaningless 10 minutes ago.
At least she does more than blow bubbles and talk shit.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But the thing is with all of that is that, like, none of it makes sense for her character. However, that being said, when she becomes the sorceress, you know, the sorceress has like the kind of eagle motif. She has a bat motif.
Yeah.
And it works.
Yeah,
It works.
It's
for her.
pretty cool.
It works.
Pretty
for
cool
her.
look.
Well done.
So I haven't watched this. Nor Game of Thrones. But like hearing you describe this is how I hear a lot of people talk about the Dragon Lady at the end that people don't like, that you like.
Oh. So the Dragon Lady at the end of
Game of Thrones. Like I haven't watched either show. It sounds exactly like the same as what they're saying.
Yes. I think that you're right. I think that I saw that coming a mile away. But I think that you're right. I think that you're spot on. You're on with a head on the nail in the head, nail in the head. Your head on the nail in the head. You know, 2 in a hand beats an apple a day.
Oh, I was off.
Yeah,
But yes,
And I mean, absolute power corrupts absolutely type thing, right? If you have the bad girl in you, right?
I
You try to
think-
be a good girl and they give you the
Yeah.
power, and you're like, I'm a bad girl.
I
but she
think
got the sorceress power and it didn't. Like, it's just inconsistent.
I don't know. I'm just
yeah.
making commentary from like our unbiased third
Sure.
party.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
mean, I'm sure
perspective.
there are hardcore fans that could explain it away, and I haven't heard much scuttlebutt.
I haven't
on
heard the
this
scuttlebutt.
season.
I heard the first half.
People
Yeah.
hated the first season, as far as I know. I like most people, other than you guys I talked to, did not like that first season.
Yes, I agree.
because I think they think it demasculates
Correct.
He-Man.
But all the, it's that same old shit, man. It drives me fucking nuts. Like, here's the thing. Like, I'm not about any story trope that I feel like you're doing for the sake of doing, right? You're doing to kind of be in a tweet on the right side of history, quote unquote, as it were. I'm not about that shit. It irritates the piss out of me.
That's on post.
But all of that shit that happened in that first season regarding Tila, Evil Lyn, He-Man, Skeletor, I thought was interesting, smart, new,
Different,
and different, and also made sense for all of their characters.
Yeah, it was a clever way to tell a familiar story.
Yeah.
With familiar characters.
But they were like, "That's not my He-Man. He's got boobs."
I mean, He-Man got some nice man tits.
Oh, you never like you seen when he like the it comes also that the sword is just the conduit. It's not the thing that holds the
It's
power.
like the ring of the Schwartz is in the Crackerjack box.
Yes.
But it actually ends up being more like a filter because Adam just holds his hands up and calls for the power, and he becomes basically a monster.
Hulk.
Yeah. A Hulk.
He-Man's-
That's a great way to say it.
He-Man's Hulk.
He-Man Hulk.
He-Hulk.
Instead of a she.
That sounds gross.
Shouldn't it be a He-Hulk since it's a She-Hulk?
She-Hulk, yeah.
There you go.
He, him, Hulk.
There was a bunch of them. It'd be all y'all Hulk.
Like all your Hulks. I mean, yeah. But the only thing that I would understand people being mad about the first season was like I heard not enough He-Man, which I understand because though it wasn't named He-Man, it was named Masters of the Universe. Like you're selling people He-Man.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's kind of a sleight of hand.
So I agree with that. The marketing was off base. The rollout for it was not accurate to the first season.
And I think that's what pissed off a lot of people because it was you see He-Man's got, and then like He-Man dies
or Battle Cat. Yeah, I agree.
So that's like, but also like I get why they do it because they'd be like they probably already lose a massive amount of interest if they were to say He-Man's not in this a lot. Right,
shit, man.
They want to force people to give it a chance by thinking that that's He-Man.
So I think you're absolutely right in how they approached it. However, I think if the trailer was like. If the trailer showed me, look, He-Man dies in the first episode, I'd have been like, oh, fuck. Wait, no, this is serious. Yeah. Like, we got to watch this. Like, you know what I mean? Whereas before that, I was like, yeah, I'm going to watch it. I'll wait a couple of days. I'm going to watch. As soon as I get time. If it was like, first episode, boom, He-Man dies. There's a heads up. This is where we're going. I'd be like, oh, God.
Do you think the average 40-year-old man is into that?
Everybody, meet at my house so we can see what happens to He-Man. you know what I mean? Like, so I just think I agree with you that the marketing...
I'm interested in like different telling of stories too myself, but I'm just thinking about the average 40-year-old man, which is what this is probably based. I mean,
I would imagine, yeah.
I mean, I think ultimately this is a story about Tila, Man-at-Arms, and the Sorceress. That was the story they were telling.
I agree.
And I think the rest of them was just the characters that we're familiar with playing similar roles.
I agree.
Mark Hamill did Skeletor's voice, right?
Yeah, and did it well.
He was fucking great. Yeah. I mean, that was great.
When is it not great?
That was
he was exceptional. He did his thing.
So I'll roll right into things Mark Hamill normally did, but he didn't in this case. I watched the DC animated Batman Long Halloween Part 1 and 2.
Oh, I've been meaning to. I have it on.
It was my airplane.
How was it?
I really enjoyed it. It's not the same story,
which I think is good.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets the plot points. You get to the same place with the same people, but it refreshes the story.
It's not just redundant for the sake of being redundant.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a new animation style from what they had done for years with that.
Does it match the Tim Sale kind of look?
It does. It's got the heavy outline on all the characters.
A lot of shadows.
I don't know about shadows. I don't know. I enjoyed it. It's somewhere in between, like kind of what they were doing and the Batman the Animated Series style.
Okay.
Somewhere. And it's like all the cars are like 50s cars, but they have smartphones and it's just very, I
love that.
Pocket universe.
It makes sense.
Yeah. It's like you said, like the animated series. It's like old but modern at the same time.
Right.
I like that. It's a unique setting.
So I definitely recommend that. It's on HBO Max, Bobby, of all places. I watch that.
I'll never take the cellophane off my Blu-rays.
Let's
Mint
see.
and sealed cellophane.
Might be worth something in 20 years. I didn't know my Pokemon game was worth something.
See?
There you go.
Playing
I thought it was garbage.
Playing a long game.
I watched 2 documentaries actually last night. One of them was called Count Me In.
Okay.
It's about drummers, and I didn't like.
Yeah, no, I get
I
it.
thought it was about gambling. That's what.
So I didn't realize till I was about halfway through it. It's about British drummers, but it was about like John Bonham and the drummers for all the the Beatles. Even who was the drummer? Harrison, I guess. No. Who was the Beatles drummer? Was it George Harrison? It's Ringo.
I think it was Ringo, but I get confused. There's Ringo, Harrison, Lennon, and Paul, right? Like
yeah.
the 4. I think it was Ringo. I'll find out.
But I mean, they had some.
They deserve.
They had some modern, Taylor, the drummer for Foo Fighters, was in it. Chad Smith, who's the drummer for Red Hot Chili Peppers. The drummer for The Police.
Ringo.
Okay, the drummer for the Police, the drummer for Queen, and forgive me for not remembering their names. So they were talking about. There's things I've never really paid attention to. Some of the they could have played it like, but they did and they skipped one, and it was just interesting to hear like their perspective on the music.
Yeah.
It's on, I believe that one's on Netflix. I started watching this one. I didn't get all the way through it, and I want to go back and finish this other one. It's called
Let me cut you off for just a second.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite drummer? Anybody?
Drummer from Def Leppard.
Yeah, the one arm guy.
Yeah.
What about Lars, bro?
No, I know it's probably
Lars.
Like as much as I don't like him as a
he's
person
an
anymore.
asshole. Yeah, but he needs to be mentioned up there.
Yeah, he's like
Lars
that's the
Ulrich.
first one that comes to mind that I really loved.
I think Dave Grohl is an amazing drummer.
Yeah, he is.
Danny Carey is without a doubt my
Who's that?
Tool.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. He makes impossible drums look achievable.
Mm-hmm. And we talk a lot about kind of make fun of death metal.
Oh, and don't forget GarageBand.
That's it. But the drums in death metal are, they're doing double bass. My brother played drums in a death metal band, and he also, I hung around them a lot when they were doing that and touring a little bit, and some of those guys, it's just the techniques that they're doing and how fast they're going, and I don't know, it's amazing to me to really watch.
But yeah, Vicarious Vicarious would be my pick if I had to say, like, look at a drummer making something impossible look like humans could do it. It would be Tool's Vicarious drumming.
The other one I'm going to finish watching is called, forgive my if I say this wrong, The Alpinist.
Okay.
It's about free climbers.
Okay.
You know what free climbers are?
Alpinist. I get it. I'm not saying I'm correcting your spelling. Like I'm just
it's alpinist. So that's it's a term for people who are climbing without a bunch of equipment.
I thought it was just free climbers. Free climbing.
I thought it was too.
Yeah.
But
obviously we're not to know. Now you've been educated by this documentary.
Exactly. And some of it is it's a story of this guy that was breaking all these records that nobody had ever heard of, and he's kind of a strange egg. Just
I believe it.
I mean, you would have to be to want to do that in the first place.
But like, and these guys, like, all they do is they live to climb. Like, they'll find enough money to get dinner or whatever. But they live to climb. Like, this guy, he said that he was living in a stairwell for like a year.
Well, he can climb all the time on a stairwell.
Exactly. But he had this girl that moved in with him, and
moved in with him.
Moved into the stairwell.
Went to squat with him on a stairwell.
Exactly.
Moved in with him sounds like.
I'm interested to finish that. The Expanse, season 6, episode 1 came out.
Did it live up to your expectations?
You watched the whole first 5 seasons again just to watch it?
I had watched the entire run prior to this, and yes, I've watched it twice so far. It's so fucking good and so well done. It's just incredible. Joe, I know I won't give. I
love it.
It's
the same way I feel with One Piece. As much as I love One Piece, I'm not caught up.
It's 6 months after the end of episode 5, and man.
So Jedi returns, and then
there's no Jedi. Well, I'll tell you, the Rocinante's been out on the hunt for 6 months, and they're about to tear each other to shreds just because that's kind of where you start with it. But it's great.
I'm gonna try to get this shit to watch, man.
It's so good. It's weird for me to praise something that I haven't finished. Especially, I'm always like, don't fucking rate an object until it is done.
Yeah.
One of those guys. But I love that series, and I love One Piece so much that I give it a recommend just for how much I've seen so far.
It's great. It's so good.
We decided that wasn't season 4.
Season 4 is where they go to Illis. They go to the planet.
That's what we decided. I'm in the middle of season 4.
That may be my least favorite episode, to be honest.
I think,
out of the 6, I think that may be my least favorite. Although there's some great Amos lines in that.
Amos.
He's just great all the way around.
The whole crew is good though. Him and Alex are the best.
Half of that is in season 6.
Spoiler alert.
Somebody got canceled due to the
coronavirus.
No, due to the Me Too movement.
Okay,
so they had to do an early death on one of those. So watch The Expanse. It's fantastic. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is a show that I've watched since day one. Terry Crews. Not Adam Sandberg. Sandberg, you're right. Yeah. Sandberg.
Yeah.
It's got a great cast, ensemble cast, and it seems like so long ago, but last summer when the things happened in Minneapolis, George Floyd and all that, they took a pause on that show because, like, how do we do a cop show?
Yeah.
So they put out the final season, and I'm so unplugged from it. I didn't even realize it's all come out. I've been watching it on, I don't know where I'm watching it. Hulu,
It's
Peacock,
too much.
something.
Too much content on too many platforms. That's what it comes down to.
And it's really about them dealing with the repercussions of fuck you cops that everybody's giving.
Smart.
Yeah. Like one of the main characters has actually quit the police force and is a PI trying to help people that are, being corrupt. And it was like they basically had these guys dead to rights that they had beat this woman up, and they take it to like their captain, and then she's like, here's what's going to happen. If I report this nothing's going to happen to these guys. The union head will say bullshit. It'll go to like arbitration, and nothing will happen, and they'll get paid to sit at home the whole time. And then I'll have them out in the paperwork to fill out, and then I'm the one. I thought that was an interesting take that they laid all that out.
There's a lot of like interesting ways to approach that shit, in media afterwards from like a discussion or objective standpoint.
People get so emotional. It's hard for
people
to talk about shit.
I agree, but the problem is that the creatives aren't producing the art to create the discussion.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Which has been like our way of doing things for hundreds of years.
Yep.
But like, I was just like, I know a couple cops, and like talking to them shortly after that, like they were like, man, like I don't even pull people over anymore. Like, unless I absolutely have to, like, it's just not worth it. Like it's like people are so wound up at like, and so now you've taken the police from being proactive to being completely reactive, right? Which I don't think is necessarily the right thing either.
Yeah.
But it's like it's just sociologically fascinating how the tides turn, and
it's because of what it
when
is.
You have commentary that actually approaches it. It gets people at the water cooler fucking talking about it.
Because you can talk about it like indirectly, right? It's filtered by this piece of fiction, so you can talk about it without getting too fucking attached.
Correct.
I think it's great.
Yeah,
I think it's a great way to tackle the last season of that show.
I think it is. I mean, that shows. I don't know if you guys have ever. That show is just so clever. I mean, it's very smartly written. Andy Samberg he's a gem, man. He really is. I know he's not everybody's cup of tea.
Just Lonely Island alone.
Man. I got to play one of my favorite songs this past week. Was on a boat. Yeah. I got on the balcony and just like. So let me get through what I watched. I'm caught up on Hawkeye. Are you caught up?
Is
you
it
watched
over?
today?
It's over.
I haven't started.
It's today.
You
over?
haven't started Hawkeye yet?
because I did He-Man.
Okay. Well, I watched.
Next week I plan on being caught up.
Is next week over?
You watched none of Hawkeye.
Correct. Not an episode.
Neither. Yeah.
Can you watch them before 4:00 tomorrow? I'm not saying you need to.
Probably not.
Okay, just put it out there.
4:00 tomorrow. Holy shit! That's the total order. Isn't it like 6 episodes or some shit?
Well, it's 4. The 4th episode came out today, and holy mackerel!
It's possible.
Holy mackerel!
It's possible. I will do my best.
He's like 3 and a possible.
Yeah,
like a bad hand of spades, a decent hand of spades.
Well, one interesting thing about that, and you may remember, Bobby,
I'll turn it into a 5.
Fair enough. You read the book as well as the dog only has one eye.
Yeah.
Do you know how they actually did that with that dog?
How's that?
CGI. So that was I guess that'll be our talk about Hawkeye because I don't want to ruin it for anybody.
It's 6 episodes, right?
It's 6 episodes.
Okay. So you like it now? Is that what you're saying?
The 4th one? It picked up a lot. Okay. Wait a minute. No, or was today the 5th episode? I don't know. Today may have been the 5th.
Yeah, it's been,
I'm caught up. I'm caught up.
He's like, I don't know what it is. I'm caught up to
Entanglements.
Entanglements and shit.
So I just briefly wanted to speak on the verses because I did watch.
I was going to ask you about it.
I watched it sitting in the airport waiting to get on the plane. And that's the first one of these I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah. It seems like an organized mess, like a rap concert would be. So I don't know why I was expecting much different. But I was I'm a 3-6 guy. Out of those two, especially listening to... How many episodes are there?
5.
Okay. especially listening to the Bone songs. Like, I didn't know all those songs.
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I guess I'm not a deep cut Bone fan, obviously.
Well,
they didn't pick a good list.
yeah, that's the
I feel like they had better.
So, and we kind of touched on this last week, but like, here's the thing: 3-6, in my opinion, doesn't have anything to compete with Bone's A-list songs.
Okay.
But Bone only has A-list songs and then Bone fans.
And then Bone fans.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. Like
Listen, I'll just cut to the chase. We'll leave alone that Juicy J was throwing, I don't know, dozens of dollars in the air. Who knows how much money that was? It looked like probably 20, 30 grand.
They put on a hell of a show.
They put on a hell of a show. And when they brought Terrence goddamn fucking Howard out, I like marked out in the airport. I'm like, oh my God. I cannot believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was expecting.
Oh, Mark 4.
Huh?
Yeah.
You marked out Mark
Next
4?
time.
Did you mark 4 out?
Yeah, I marked 4 out. But I'll tell you something, and you know, it's funny because I remember like when Dipset was on there, they got some shit for lip syncing or whatever.
Yeah.
How come when they're playing Chicken Heads, did they not have a goddamn track without vocals on it?
So they didn't have
That was trash.
Dipset didn't get. So
I'm not talking about Dipset in this case, but I'm talking about what I know.
But it's complicated because Dipset got shit for lip syncing, but they weren't lip syncing. They were just rapping over their own vocals, right?
Bro, that's the. I've been to rap concerts and that's all they do is rap over the track.
But that
I
was,
don't want to hear that.
I agree, but that was kind of the standard. Because it used to be like you just play your song and I play my song. Around the Gucci Jeezy era is when they started doing performances.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that was the vibe. At
So
first.
it kind of
made sense then.
Yeah, but yeah,
Not now.
I went through a lot of 3-6s. Actually, I went through 3-6 proper their entire catalog.
Yeah.
Over the weekend, and
bless your heart.
And I still feel like they don't have a Crossroads. They don't have a First of the Month. They don't have a Notorious Thugs. They don't have these records. But the problem is they have so many super strong B-list records. Like,
I mean, I think Stay Fly is up there.
Stay Fly is their
Crossroads.
It's their
if
uppercut,
it's anything.
but
Yeah.
it's not Crossroads. So like, but I agree, Stay Fly is their shit. But like Who Run It destroys everything that Bone has done that wasn't an A-list record. That's the problem, and they have a lot of Who Run It.
I think
they have
like side to side. I think side to side might do it,
dude. Riding Spinners, Ballin' by Project Pat, Chicken Head,
right? Hard Out Here for a Pimp. That's their song.
Scissor, Tongue Ring, Late Night Tip.
They didn't even play Two Way Freak.
Yeah, I know. A Two Way Freak. I'm thinking of another one. I can't pull it from memory, but like they have a lot of those. They have so many that like it's like they can't handle Bone's uppercuts, but Bone can't handle any of their jabs or hooks.
And that little fight thing was ridiculous, and I think it was all put on anyway.
I don't think it was put on, but I do think it was ridiculous.
Yeah, and I was surprised somebody didn't clap back at Gangsta Boo about. She had said some questionable things apparently about his mental health, and it's 22.
She said you're fucking it up. That's why you ruined your whole group.
You need to go put on your pills or
start taking your medication
or something like that. It was pretty wild. So I enjoyed it. I was kind of disappointed by some of it, but
I think it was number 3. I think it was at least number 3.
Yeah.
I think number 1 is Gucci Jeezy. Because that one was like made me uncomfortable to watch. I was like, somebody's gonna die tonight.
Well, I know how much you like Gucci, anyways.
I don't like one Gucci's. I don't have one Gucci song in my life. But I just know who he is, and I know not to get in the way.
He's like, you see a guy with ice cream on his face. Just let me know.
Dipset Locks is number 2,
of course.
And as a Dipset fan, it was really hurtful to see them so embarrassed, but it was still a great show. And then this was number 3.
So, went on a cruise. Yeah, so it was a fun traveling with children, as Bobby knows well. So,
yeah.
We flew down. It's pretty uneventful getting down there. We all had to take a COVID test on Thursday. Luckily, before I went to Fort Armistead with Bobby. And I went to Fort Armistead with Bobby, and it was super fucking weird. And I've never seen this dude shook before. And normally, like we filmed some video shit, and normally we do 3 or 4 different setups or takes, and we did one, and I'm like, you want to do something up close? And Bobby's like, nah, let's get out of here, man. I don't like the vibe. Because I'm sure you went into detail, but there was all these people, and they came by. It was like a pack of wild dogs. They came by and sniffed us, didn't like what they smelled, and went back to their den. But Joe, if you're ever looking for a couple bucks, I think you could probably go make them.
I don't need it.
Mm-hmm. If you went with like the whole get up,
like
I'd give you with a Raiden hat.
Oh man, they might like the Luke Kane a little more.
Yeah.
Just bring some baby oil, you'd be good to go. Speaking of greasing things, so one thing you got to be prepared for on cruise ships and getting on the cruise ships is there's always somebody that's going to have to handle your bags, and you got to
tip them.
So
you got to tip them?
It's such an archaic.
Yes, I
thing,
hate
what's your process? What's your process?
So it's $1. It's basically
bag.
It's $1 bag round up to the zero. So like we had 7 bags. I gave a guy $10.
Oh, dude, you're
gonna not give dollar bills. Come on, it makes sense. 10s, 20s, man.
Nah, I keep a few ones.
And like the shuttle we had.
You need some diorama money, apparently. Fuck.
Well, the shuttle we had to take a shuttle.
Diorama money trumps the blanket money.
I don't know, man. It's a lot more work in there. Not necessarily, but to take the shuttle from the hotel to the terminal, it's $7 per person. So I'm 42 bucks. I just gave him $50. So, we took cash. Kelly's like, how much cash you think? I was like, well, we got to tip all these people out, along the way, grease the palm, so to speak. We all had to have the COVID test. We were all vaccinated. So Charlie, not being vaccinated, we didn't have time to get him vaccinated before we left. He had to have is it a PCR test that gives you like 30-minute results? Is that the one?
I think so.
Do both nostrils.
So. I saw it in New York.
Yeah. So they had the setup there. It was kind of so they give him the test, and then you have to sit in basically this holding place to wait 30 minutes on the test. It's kind of like, because hey, if they said no, then we had to pack our shit and go home, and then probably go find our bags. I didn't even think about that till now.
Yeah. Luckily,
everything was fine, and it kind of worked out. We skipped probably 1,000 people in line because we did this process.
Wow.
Got on the ship, and I've been on 7 or 8 Royal Caribbean ships.
Flex on the.
Oh, you need to get a flex. You need to get a flex noise. And every ship I've walked in, it's like, whoa. I walked in this one, it's like, what is this? You want to buy a lanyard? What? It wasn't. You'd think like the amount of money people are spending to do this, you walk in and it would just be like, you hear the angels singing.
Yeah.
And a lot of cruise ships, and this one was just like, oh, well, there's a staircase, there's a hallway. It's just,
welcome aboard, motherfucker.
Hey, that's kind of how it was.
You already paid. You're here.
There's just some dude in torn trousers going.
Yeah, they didn't even have a. They didn't even have a big horn. So we left that day, got moving there. I did see some people with Let's Go Brandon FJB masks on getting on the cruise ship, which I'm like, that's interesting that you'd have masks.
Yeah.
But I never saw them again actually after that, but
yeah.
It's funny, you're on this ship with thousands of people and you either will see the same people every day, or you'll never see them again.
Yeah,
it's crazy when we're all in this tin can in the ocean.
I had a bit of a mask drama too, if you don't mind me interrupting.
Yeah.
We're walking down Park Avenue, and no big deal. And as we're walking down it, this I'm probably 30 feet ahead of Laura and Leia with Selena and Jaina. Because because at these types of things, I'm usually the beacon, and they just follow me, right? And I hear this little commotion, and it's at night. And I turn around, and it's this dude yelling at my wife. So I start walking up, and I hear him say, "Take the mask off the fucking kid." That's all I hear. And I was like, shut the fuck up. Laura and Leia start hustling towards me, and he's like, "You shut up!" And I was, "Shut the fuck up!" And I'm yelling at this dude. I'm like, "Kiss my ass!" And I've been thinking about bringing "Kiss My Ass" back. Have I told you guys this? I'm thinking about bringing "Kiss My Ass" back. I gotta tell you, it didn't land. I tried it. It didn't land.
Okay.
I should have gone and sucked my dick first. It didn't land. But he eventually he was like, "Stop listening to CNN and making all your kids wear masks." Like, first of all, I'm not even that dude.
Exactly. He's just putting that on you.
It's easier to leave them on them when we're bouncing in between stores.
She likes wearing it when it's cold because it keeps her face warm.
Yeah,
the
People
baby
wear balaclavas. It's the normal thing to wear.
You know,
in
like
the wintertime.
all my kids complain about the masks, all of them, and I'm always like, "Yeah, I know. Just we got to get. Look, the sign says we got to follow the rules. We'll go in. We'll get out."
Yeah.
But yeah, I almost fought this dude in the middle of the street. But you know what? I will say real quick, I did have this little voice pop up that was like, "Do you want to go to jail in New York?" Like, it was a little voice that I'm not used to hearing, but he was like, "Do you want to go to jail in New York?"
Bobby, you know what you just say, "Hey man, are you circumcised?" And that'll defuse the situation. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but
I've been mad. I'm mad right now thinking about that shit.
I need somebody to diffuse me.
I know.
But yeah, I mean, like, and then you know, my kids, like, they don't often
mind your own fucking bit.
That part.
I'm getting riled up. Like, I've been working too much, and I've been dealing with these fucking people too much, and then this shit's getting me riled up.
And
just put your fucking mask on and get on with your fucking day. Make everyone's life easy. But go fuck yourself.
But not even that. It's like
bing bong.
My whole
Ching
family.
chong.
My whole family. No, don't.
No.
We're killing that.
That would diffuse the situation.
The whole thing is that like my whole family, there's only one of us wearing a mask. It's not like my family is enforcing my children to wear these masks.
Right.
There's one of us wearing a mask, and she's wearing a mask because her fucking face is cold because it's fucking 30-some degrees
outside. It's
10 o'clock.
Just to have the gall to yell at a fucking woman and child that you don't know, that's the ballsy.
That's the
part. Was there anybody else around?
There were some bystanders. That's how I knew that "Kiss My Ass" didn't land. But like, but like, you know, my kids rarely see me upset. You know, so like, then they were all like gathered together, like clutching their pearls and shaking. I was like, "Oh, you're fucking all right. Get on with it." You know, whatever. Continue.
It wasn't any drama like that with the mask, but you did have to wear a mask when you were in the public spaces indoors. Luckily, we were actually just a deck below the pool deck, so we wanted to go up. You know, it was super easy, just literally a flight of stairs. And there were varying amounts of mask wearing people that just balls out weren't wearing them, and you know, some people that wore them sometimes, and I'd see them sometimes without. I don't know, man. It's such a crapshoot. Like, we're on this bus at one point, and I'll get to that. And you know, are you supposed to wear a mask or not? Nobody's telling us what to do.
Just wear your fucking mask all the time, man.
Yeah,
it's not a big fucking deal.
So the first,
or just wear it just follow the fucking rules.
Yeah, exactly. Just have it with you. I put it on everywhere. I don't care where I am. I just fucking put it on when I'm not in my house, and it's never wrong. It's never fucking wrong if you just wear your goddamn mask.
Yeah, but I don't want to wear it.
Right, but like, in order to just make things life goes.
I'll be honest with you. I've kind of gotten used to it. To the point
which is cool. I don't want to wear it.
I don't want to wear it.
But you always have it. You never make it someone else's problem if you don't want to wear it.
Correct.
If a business asks you,
I'm going to follow the rules because I'm going into your house. Yeah. If you tell me to take your shoes off when I go into your house, I'm taking my shoes off.
And that's all I'm asking. Just have it in your fucking pocket.
Correct.
What do you mean you come into a store and I forgot my mask? Oh, I'm sorry. This is fucking new. We haven't been doing this for 2 years at all. Go fuck yourself.
So I'll tell you, on our flight, we flew Southwest, and they were you got to keep your mask up. And they at one point on our flight home, this is probably the second or third time they come on. It was like, ladies and gentlemen, this isn't new. You all know what's supposed to be happening here. Pull your mask up over your nose.
Yep.
You don't want to be the reason all these people don't get to go to Baltimore.
Yeah. So
what's up.
I'll be honest with you. Do
I do feel bad when the old people don't know what they're doing though? I had you know how the loops go around your ears. Dude, I had this one lady with like the
loops going around the head,
went around the neck, and like the mask is sideways on her face.
I've seen it.
I just
you were the first person to have reported it to me, but I have since seen it.
I just let it go. You know, at that point, it's not like you're not. It's not your fault.
I will say that, like on the train, sometimes I was pulling that bad boy down just a little bit, just
to get a breath, man.
Yeah, just for my own little comfort. But Laura kept catching me and kept sneaking it up over my nose. And
just a little tap action.
How was the vibe on the train?
Train was fucking, dude. Train is money, man.
I love trains.
So we're going up a couple weeks in New York. So and you took the train all the way up.
Yeah, so the Amtrak out of BWI.
Yeah,
you know, past Newark into the city, money.
Yeah. So yeah, we're taking that same, and we're staying right there, close to
Penn Station
at the Crown Plaza.
So I always took the mega bus
because I had points. Thank you very much.
I always go to fucking Chinatown, so I always took the mega bus.
So I was in Chinatown also, by the way.
I fucking saw.
All right, let me.
That was at a museum. That was at a museum.
Let me get through this, and then you can talk about New York. So, if you've been on a cruise or not, everybody listening, pretty much any kind of food you want.
Just go at least once, just for experience. It's like one of the cheapest vacations I think you can take.
But
it's awesome.
Do you guys know what my kids eat?
Pizza,
mac and cheese,
dino nuggets,
pizza, nuggets,
hot dogs,
and French fries.
Crackers.
That's it. Nope, we're done.
So,
except for breakfast food.
So what you're saying is I get along fine with it.
Yes.
It's a waste of money to go to the buffet.
Well, Charlie loves breakfast foods. He'll eat eggs and bacon and that kind of stuff. So breakfast was never an issue. So dinner, this is one of my gripes, and it's not at anything other than my kids are just my kids and their kids. But like,
most of them are.
You know, it's just kind of like we've got all this food, literally anything you want, and you're eating. You know, Cisco truck chicken, and we had to they didn't have macaroni and cheese, but they had like bow tie pasta and like cheese sauce. I'm like, I'd go get the pasta.
No taste. They got trash taste, bro.
I know, man. I know.
And it's not a kid's thing either, because I was a kid once and I never ate like that.
So we went.
So I was a kid once, and I definitely ate like that, but not mac and cheese. I was even worse. I would have been like, too much.
Did you go to the dinners, or did you just?
So that was we didn't go to the dinners the first couple nights because of the kids.
Oh,
well, hang on, and I know that.
Out.
But we come to find out they have a kids menu now. They used to not. It used to be like kind of. So now that we know the kids menu,
which is down nuggets.
I could do dumb shit like this, Joe. I could get 3 desserts.
Hell, you can get as much as you
night.
want. You can ask for whatever you want. Bro.
The last night we ate in the dining room, I had escargot. I was on the ship. Are you guys familiar with
escargot?
It's good.
Yeah, look, if you dump enough butter and garlic on anything, it's just like great.
It's like eating boogers. I mean, it's
like the cruise ship escargot is like, it's literally, I feel like it comes in a brick of a butter garlic solution that you have to thaw out.
So this was.
I think they all like.
It's a little tray
in any restaurant,
it's
no matter how fancy
delicious.
or not. Yeah, it's the same.
But I got news for you. I could take a shit in that fucking thing and pack it with fucking butter and garlic, and it
that might have been what it was. So this
could have been. You don't know. You don't fucking know.
It's this dish with a little lip, and it's got like 8 indentions, and they put the little snails, and then they cover it with cheese, and
it looks like they mix some paint in it.
Yep, they had a great Caesar salad too.
That bowl would be. You should get one of those both.
The last night we were there, I had 2 orders of coconut shrimp and a Caesar salad for an appetizer. I had prime rib. I had tortellini, cheese tortellini. So 2 entrees, and then I had 3 desserts. And most nights it was like that.
How was the unlimited drinks menu?
So I'll tell you, I did.
Talk to me.
So it was $200 more than like the soda package to do the alcohol pack. Dude, I did the math, so I could go through. You can see your charges, and it's like the lime and coconut bar at the pool, and it's my name with zeros. $750 worth of drinks.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Laura and I spent around $800 in drinks when we went on our fucking.
So that was all me. So
and I mean that's how I feel about buffets and going to eat food. I'm like, if I'm paying this money, I better like be eating more than that normally. Yeah. So the drinking is definitely worth it, because especially on cruise, I assume they'd make a lot of money doing that.
Of course,
they'd make like $7 a fucking cocktail.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean they've got some like that was a dessert they had some pretty ass shit. It's like,
who put painter's tape on this shit?
You know what's funny? It's just
like a bracelet.
It was blue sometimes. It was purple sommes. It was pretty wild.
Did they make the little towel animals with the mints?
Oh, they did. We got towel animals. Our room attendant's name was Dennis. He was super nice. This was actually the end of his contract, so he was going home to the Philippines.
Oh, he did this time.
Well, it's a 3-month contract most of the time.
3-hour tour.
3 to 6, yeah. So the first day
now he can live in California.
The first day off the boat was Royal Caribbean owns an island. Believe it or not,
Really?
yeah.
Makes
It's called
sense.
Coco Key. It's
I mean, you can buy islands.
part
man.
of the
Dudes
Bahamas.
can buy islands.
So they basically
It's a rock in the ocean.
they have a water park there, and it's a pretty decent beach and wave pool and stuff. And Kelly surprised us, and I had gotten a cabana. I think I might have sent you.
Yeah.
guys pictures.
Yeah, that
The
shit looked
cabana life,
hard.
that was
great. It was great. So we had an attendant. He brought us drinks. He brought us food.
Dude, shout out to
little
the
manservant. A little pool boy.
I rode.
That fucking diorama meeting. We can get in on this with
They
a
had-
smash crate, bro.
Bring me a paintbrush.
They had some.
Bring me an escargot plate so I can mix the paint in.
God, you guys. They had some ignorant ass water slides. Me and Kelly did 2 of them. We did 2 of them. They had this one tower. It had 4 different water slides on this one tower. So you just start climbing steps. Well, I said, you know what? If we're going to do this, we're going all the way up because I'm only going to climb these steps once. With these old ass things. So we go to the very top, and that shit spirals around and around, and then there's it looks like it's like neon lights flashing at you, and it's super fucking hot in that section. I'm like, what the fuck kind of shit ass wiring is this where it's so hot? So you spin down and you crash land, and I'm just like hoping this is over soon. It was fun, but you're like, goddamn. And I look up, I'm like, oh, I see why it's so hot. They've just taken a clear tube and painted the colors on it, and the sun, the Caribbean sun, is fucking baking chicken up there. So we did those.
Did you wear? What did you wear? Swim trunks?
Yeah.
And notice you went topless.
Oh yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, just let it hang, man. I had my big floppy hat.
I know the
my
vibes.
my
Bald
shades
man.
on.
That's a bald man's fucking
is.
plight. I did the same thing. I started with a beater just because I had it on. And then I was like, "Oh, this is ridiculous." So I took that off, and I was like, "Man, I fucking walk around here like I'm not Joe. I'm not shirt off. I'm not a shirt off dude." And then I was like, "You know what?
Look at all these other motherfuckers." That's what I was.
See, I started doing the same thing, but not about the other motherfuckers that were awful. But the other motherfuckers that I'm like, he's got a gym pass, but he can't fight.
Honestly, that's what I look at dudes as like those are show muscles. They ain't go muscles.
Yep.
He's gonna trip over his traps.
Yeah, bro. There's a
I
difference,
just
bro.
learned that this past
He's
year.
gonna trip over his traps. So I'm trying to just follow my notes here. So we went to. So I will say I think they're throttling the food a bit on these boats, and when I say that, I don't think the food that you get with the cruise is as good as it used to be. Because they have a ton of premium restaurants you can pay extra to go to. So they have
I remember there being
we
1 or
didn't
2
have-
maybe.
It's changed. There's
We
like
didn't
I
have
think
that
there
at
was 5 or 6 premium restaurants, and we went. The only one we went. I take that back. We went to 2 of them, but the one we went and had a full meal was it's a Japanese cook before your eyes restaurant.
Oh, they threw a shrimp in your mouth.
The hibachi shit.
They didn't do that, and I have a feeling it's COVID related. But to be honest, but those guys, they had some great cooks.
That's one of the best.
One of the guys had a Naruto headband on around his hat.
One of the best tweets I've ever seen was your male crush Monday let a Japanese chef throw a shrimp in his mouth.
That's good shit. I mean, that was.
You had a little onion volcano action.
Well, they can't light anything on fire in the boat, but they did it with steam. He made like a little smokestack thing. That might be one of my top 5 meals of all time.
No shit.
That was on another level, man.
Loved it.
It was great. It was fantastic.
I've never paid premium shit when there's free shit next door.
It was
I think that's
ridiculously
just the Chinese
expensive.
in me.
It was dumb expensive. It was 4 of us
Exactly.
that went. The little kids didn't go. So me and Kelly and Mason and
You like
and
go
Jen went.
sip this mac and cheese out of a trough.
That's right. Well, what we would do like that?
Eat these bow ties and cheese sauce.
And shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
So we take them to dinner at like 6 or 6:30, and then we go at 7 or 30 or 8, right?
Yeah.
So it worked out just
Do you go
fine.
to the shows? You got magic shows?
Man, we didn't
and
go
the
to a single
contortionist
fucking
shows?
show. We had.
That's good, man.
I know we had tickets to go to several, and it just
they're free.
It never worked. I know it just never
Remember
worked
this
out
like
to go.
this Russian fucking acrobatic shit? I watched Benjamin Button on a cruise one time.
They were showing movies about by the pool. They showed Christmas Vacation. They showed Elf. I watched Christmas Vacation in
Elf.
that might as an old long toothed man be my favorite Christmas movie.
It's my second favorite.
It is really grown on me as I can relate more to the plight of the Griswold.
I made a couple of notes actually about it last week that I didn't get time to. I'm gonna mention those right now.
Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, just because we're on it.
I want to go, and if I didn't watch a lot of modern movies when that was out. I need to go back through Chevy Chase's catalog and watch some of his shit.
I'm down.
Because I think that guy is like probably one of the funniest motherfuckers on, or he was at the time. And a lot of it's a physical comedy.
Yeah.
There's the dumb shit he's doing, falling through the attic and all that.
Yeah, the fucking shit, the board on his face. So here's something I wanted to ask you guys. Was our generation, meaning Generation X or the pre-millennials, whatever you want to call us, were we the ones to kill pajamas?
I don't know
because Chevy Chase goes to bed in a full set of pajamas.
He does,
and I feel
with
like
a butt flap.
And I feel like not with a butt flap, but like the button down the center,
top and bottom. Yeah.
Like I don't feel like I know anybody in our age bracket that wears a whole pajama set.
Did your parents wear pajamas, or did your dad wear pajamas?
So
I think my grandpa did.
So my dad didn't always, but he had some.
It's a weird.
See, my dad never had. My dad slept in his underwear.
Fucking sleep uniform is weird.
And my dad had the shit with the trap door. And
he had the union suit.
Yeah,
the union suit's what that's called.
I slept naked.
Really?
Your dad?
No, I did.
Oh,
as a kid?
As a kid?
No, I mean, like even when as soon as I had my own room, I slept naked.
So I mean,
so I think sleeping naked is actually. It's best for you because you don't get all tied up in your clothes and shit. You know what I mean? Like
what are you hiding? What do you need clothes for when you're sleeping?
Well, like sometimes like clothes can be cozy and comfy.
Listen,
like
I wear underwear because I got to make sure my dick stays where it needs to be.
So here's my thing: is that like my issue is like I don't know.
Roll over on it.
I'm the father of 3 daughters. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Oh, fair enough.
Oh, because they walk the fuck in.
Correct.
Yeah.
So however, I do think sleeping naked is best because I get tied up in my boxes. I got to twist them up and fucking straighten them out and shit.
Yeah.
There's no way you're more comfortable in clothes than without.
But back to your question,
correct.
Like, did you as a kid have Transformers pajamas or anything like that?
Yes.
Yeah, the little, the ones that like
dinosaurs.
Yeah, the ones that catch on fire and kill you. Like, I'm serious.
Probably.
Don't wear these near the oven.
Yeah, but I don't feel like I don't know anybody of any grown people of our age group that wear pajamas. And
now let's hear from the audience. If you as a grown ass man and or lady wear pajamas to bed, like actually sleep in pajamas. Now I get it, like getting up and putting on some pajamas for Christmas morning or whatever.
If you're going extra,
you're going to the
for the sake of
pancake
being
breakfast
extra.
or
I think it's one of those things as a modern society we've like moved on from. That
like
we realize we don't need.
Yeah, but I feel like some
t-shirts and shorts is pretty comfortable.
You know what's funny though? Here's another thing. I feel like if there is somebody of our age group that wears pajamas, it's probably a woman and not a man. Like I feel like women can still pull off like the silk shirt, silk pants.
Well,
shit.
see,
like,
Kelly, she buys like the pajamas, like the. I don't see how she sleeps in like these stretchy pants and a t-shirt. I'm like, what the fuck? I can't reach. I have my own set of complaints about that, but but she's comfortable in it.
Yeah, but those aren't pajamas.
Well, they're sold as sleep clothes.
Oh, see, because like Laura wears like that athleisure shit or whatever it is, like sometimes to bed. But like, I mean like. A pajama set, like a proper. I feel like some women that still do that.
Like you're talking about like a nightgown?
Yeah, not a night.
No, the button up,
like
the silky
what,
button-up pants,
yeah,
like the flowy pants,
like what
shit,
like Clark's boss's wife was wearing.
Yes,
yeah, that kind of shit.
Yes, and also she's still bad.
Who
every year when I watch that movie,
Beverly D'Angelo,
she's still bad.
Beverly D'Angelo,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
God bless her.
She was bad in Entourage all them years later.
See, I believe it. She's got that like that is
Sparky.
Joe. That is my bag. That is my like. Oh, this she's gonna teach me. I just want you to
Sparky.
I'm here for it. I'm here for the lessons.
Let me see.
Where
was I at here?
Thing we say.
So we went to Aruba, Jamaica.
Oh, you want to take it?
I want to take it.
And I think Bermuda is the only thing on there I've never been to.
Once you go, you pass that fucking triangle, you're never coming back.
Yeah.
So I was told as a kid, and I was really worried about.
So
even though I lived like halfway across the world.
We went to Aruba, and there was to basically leave the boat with Charlie being unvaccinated. We had to have an excursion booked through the ship, which after all said and done is the safest thing to do.
I thought you always did anyway.
You can go just wander around
and find one of those guys with a sign and pay them. Like that's just sketchy as fuck.
You can, but
I feel like they're always going to screw you.
Right. If you don't show up when it's time to leave, they don't know where you are. So we did a tour. We went to like a natural bridge, and there's a lighthouse, and finally the beach. Now, Bobby, you and I have talked about the beach before.
Correct.
I try not to bring sand to the beach, although I did bring sand home, but that's not on purpose. That's another story.
Oh, you didn't put it in a little jar? You didn't put a little bit of sand in the jar everywhere you go?
I looked for Natalie Holloway, but no signs whatsoever. I actually brought I brought a Zuvio with me. I took some pictures of Zuvio.
Did you really?
He couldn't find Natalie Holloway. I looked it up. I think it was like $500,000 reward for finding her body. But anyways, went to the beach for about an hour and a half. Let me tell you, Bobby, that's about as long as I needed to be there.
Yeah,
it was a nice time to get in the water.
Like swimming, yeah, I like swimming, so I go for hours.
This water wasn't swimming water. This water in Aruba wasn't.
Dip your toes in the sea.
Not with children. It wasn't, because it wasn't. You got to remember, it was me and kids. So
of people.
Yeah. Not really much else to say about Aruba. I mean,
I've been there, done that checklist.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. Curacao was the next day. Curacao was beautiful. We went to a beach there. It was actually like I think it was a 4-hour excursion, but we took a boat from.
Took a boat from the boat.
We took a boat from the boat to the beach. Saw iguanas in the wild, which was crazy. Like huge ass iguana. Apparently they used to eat them, but now they're like endangered because they
keep eating them.
Overate.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some black market iguana you can find. But there was this real cool spot. It was almost like a lagoon where this resort was, where we were staying for the day. And it had a sandbar that you could swim to, and it was 20 feet deep, and you could see to the bottom. It was fucking amazing. You could see little fish swimming around and everything. So really?
I don't like outdoors. I like the pool.
Okay.
I don't want to be swimming with like other living things.
When I used
to like the beach, I like the waves and the shit. And
it depends on the water.
You give me a wave pool.
And I thought about you, Bobby, because there was a lot of little crabs around too.
And like shells you can step on and fucking underwater vegetation.
Well, the beautiful thing is you could see to the bottom.
That pool water, man.
You could just see to the bottom of this, man. It was great.
That pool water is too intimate, man. That water is up in your ass, now it's in my mouth.
Oh, I saw some things in this pool.
I mean, what do you think is in the ocean, bro?
Yeah, but
whale shit. You're fucking breathing in whale shit.
Animals are different, man. I feel like animals are better kept than fucking. I see dirty ass. These motherfuckers I just saw this past weekend.
But you're in the fucking beach water with all these other motherfuckers in the beach water too.
No, I don't go to.
And you know what? I 100% will piss in beach water that won't in pool water. 10 out of 10 times I piss in the beach water.
So not pissed in the ocean, like
always.
Just let it go. Just let it go.
It's such a pain in the ass to find the fucking bathroom.
The water is so much. It's so much more grand. It's like
piss.
But maybe. But it's like your drop is it's a pin.
You're next to me. You feel the warmth
in
a fucking pool.
You will feel the water.
In a pool, it's like I'm taking up 1/16 of this space.
There's chemicals in there, bro.
Man,
it's like chemtrails and shit.
So I will.
But like no one will blatantly piss in the water in the pool because
that water's
they were
brushing up against your nutsack, and now it's brushing up against my cheek.
Or what about the kid that's doing a fountain out of his mouth, like, and it lands on a Band-Aid that's floating in the fucking pool?
But chemicals, bro. The chlorine.
So
I know about chlorine.
I do know about chlorine.
After Kelly and I were going to go back to Carousel. There was like a shopping area, right? But like it was a one day where the weather was just awful. By the time we got done with our beach time, the bottom fell out, and I'm like, you know what? Most of the stores,
beach?
Huh? What? I missed it.
The bottom fell out.
Oh, the bottom fell out on the beach. Yeah, and fell straight to the center of the earth.
Better be the beach.
The sky.
It goes to like just falls onto space.
I'm sorry.
It's flat.
I'm sorry for using a euphemism, Joe. It was. It started raining very hard. It was.
What is on the other side of flat Earth, by the way?
Oh, it's like a record, which is the B side.
There's nothing on the other side.
It's like rocks.
Joe, that's why you say.
Maybe if you keep digging, do you hit space?
No, it's
facts.
You're so serious. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're beside
Do we
yourself.
have any flat Earth listeners? You think?
I hope so.
There's like 1,000 people that listen.
Hey,
nowadays, right?
the girl that cuts
1,400.
The girl that cuts my wife's hair is a flat earther.
Is she really? And you let her? She let her cut her hair?
She does a good job. One thing I did notice that was strange when I was there. I love key lime pie, and I'm like, this is the place to try it, right? So I had it in,
I guess so.
Fort Lauderdale. It was okay.
I don't know why, but okay.
Well, in the Caribbean, it's a key lime pie. It's in Florida, whatever. So, and I had a piece in Aruba, and I had a piece in Curacao. And the prices were it was like $6 in Florida. It was $8 in Aruba, and I think it was like $12 in Curacao. I was like, what is going on with these prices? I said, oh, it's just the Pirates of the Caribbean. Joe, what if I told you that I've had that joke written down for about 2 months, waiting on this triumphant moment to share the Pirates
This just like
of
beautifully
the Caribbean.
caps off my fucking day. I'm ready to die now. Thanks. Just fucking kill me. This is perfect timing.
I'm not done. So, what do you guys think about paper straws, and how much do you hate them?
I hate the shit out of them.
Oh my God!
They're
You ever
awful.
tried to drink a fucking frozen pina
Look,
colada through a fucking?
You want to hear something? You want to hear something cold blooded?
Tell me.
A few turtle deaths are worth me having a plastic straw.
Hey, that's the truth, right?
I think
that's how you feel. That's how you feel.
I think I am going to be that guy that invests in a stainless steel straw and cleaner that I keep in a sheath in my pocket.
Yeah,
because
stainless steel straws at home
it is
with the rubber tip.
Yeah. So definitely, if I go on another cruise, I'm going to be getting my straws together. Joe, did you happen to see the moon anytime while we were gone?
I don't go outside.
Okay, well that's true. Did you know? Do you know how the Moon Man gets his hair cut, Joe?
No.
Eclipse it.
Fucking Bobby's loving life right now.
So on the boat was an arcade which didn't
that's what I would say.
which didn't work half the time. I mean, it was very like you were supposed to hold your card up. Apparently what was happening, it was charging our card, but it was denying that. So I think it was like $100 worth of charges because we were just going around trying to get stuff. We got the air hockey table to work, and the air hockey it was like a half moon air hockey table. I don't know if you've ever seen one of those.
No.
So it kind of slides back and forth. I consider myself to be pretty good at air hockey. And then I played.
It's because you can reach over and touch the other person's goal. You fuck.
You can't play like that.
That part.
I don't play like that. I don't play like that, especially because this had a barricade. You had to slam through. My Mason's girlfriend whipped my ass 9-1, so I've lost my.
Oh,
place.
she went with you guys?
Yeah. She
wow.
was. No,
Part of family.
just random, I guess. I don't know. I won't air out laundry too much, but we all had to have that COVID test on Thursday, so she came back clean. Her entire family, everyone in her house, positive. I'm like, thank God. So she came to our house as soon as she got her. I said to Mason, get her ass over here now to get away from them. None of them are vaccinated.
Oh,
and apparently, like 80-year-old grandma is in the hospital, and she was vaccinated, but it's like, well,
one of those families. Well,
So-
she's like the black sheep.
yeah, the white sheep, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys ever had a nosebleed before? This is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You ever had a nosebleed?
Epistaxis?
Huh?
Epistaxis?
What's that?
Nosebleed.
Oh, I thought you were doing some more Harry Potter shit. It's like medulla oblongata. Happy what is that? What does that spell do at the spell table?
Feliz Navidad.
This motherfucker. You ever had a nosebleed in a public pool?
Negative.
Okay, I have. Have you ever had a nosebleed in a public pool on a cruise ship?
Negative.
Okay.
You have?
Have you ever I have. Have you ever had a nosebleed in a public pool on a cruise ship with your children with you?
Negative.
Yeah, I've done all these things, and it took forever for it to stop.
Very busy making my dolls.
Okay, well, thank you. If you could make a quick break from all that cool
making
shit.
dolls. Okay, so when anytime we dock at these places, I always look at the other ships that are around. Sometimes it's
Oh, you're like, that shit's not as good as our ship kind
well,
of
no,
thing?
not even that. Just
Are you sure?
if something seems peculiar, and or just like what's that ship doing here? Because it's not a line I've ever heard a ship line cruise line I've ever heard. So there was a boat sitting at the dock where we were docked in Aruba. Was it Aruba? I believe so. Yeah. So during our tour of the island, the guy's doing his little microphone. Oh, on the left, you see this. So he mentioned that Tom Cruise brings his family down on their yacht for Christmas in Aruba. And it didn't click with me that Tom Cruise doesn't celebrate Christmas because he's
Scientologist.
So there was a boat sitting there called the Free Winds. So I did a little research. Do you know who owns the Free Winds cruise ship? The Church of Scientology.
Didn't you know Scientology was big into cruising?
I
mean, the guy was a captain. He fancies himself a captain.
That's true. He
do
was a
you know
captain.
what they do on that boat in Aruba?
What's that?
That's where the level 8s go to learn how to be level 8s, which is, I think, like the $1 Million Club or something.
That's where they
Makes
do
sense.
the
So it's like
Medulla Oblongata.
Do you have four friends that also like to make money?
That's exactly what it is. I'm trying to see if there's anything else.
I don't know. Is Scientology really still around? I don't like. I feel like it's died off.
Yeah, apparently so. I was going to ask you.
It's like a group of 10 rich people, and that's it.
Yeah.
It may be that's all it is, because I think I got everything here. What do you guys remember about the California Raisins?
Okay, so they came out to. Oh, we'll go one for one.
No, I just remember it was
You don't
in
wanna go?
Doctor Strange.
That's all you know. Oh, he was definitely in Doctor Strange as Dormammu.
I know they have they're like cool raisin dudes with like sunglasses and like the jam to music,
So
right?
not all of them had sunglasses. One of them had a pair of orange sunglasses for sure. One of them had a saxophone.
Yes, I remember that.
All right,
That's why I said
let's
the
start here.
jamming.
There was a
The
lead
jamming.
singer.
Let's start here. Why do the California Raisins exist?
To sell raisins.
Okay.
Is that why?
Yeah.
I thought it was selling something else.
Yeah, they were
for
like
some
a
reason.
mascot for raisins.
Right.
They came out to Marvin Gaye's "Heard It Through the Grapevine,"
Correct.
which has
Great
nothing
fucking
to
song.
do with raisins,
No,
but it is a great song.
Oh, grapes. Raisins are grapes.
And
I
then
guess
they
it's-
did have a Christmas claymation special.
Yeah, I remember them little
There
hats.
was, yes.
where they did all like the soulful, like jazz above, soul below Christmas.
Did you guys ever have any of the little vinyl characters?
I did.
So I don't know where when I
And
down
they did this dance.
they did that dance down south in Alabama.
Where you're from?
Hardee's was where you got the raisins. Because I remember my mom and my aunt would get them in. Probably had 10 or 12
My
of
grandma
them.
would get them from
I
me.
think I still have some of them, to be honest. I don't know. That came across my timeline in some capacity the other day, and I was just looking at it objectively. So you're telling me that the California Raisin Board had money to spend for marketing that spiraled into
And then like a whole
an
thing.
empire?
Like it took off. Like it struck a nerve with
Hey,
people. Like
Super 7, where's my motherfucking ultimate
Well,
California
you
Raisins?
just never know, man. It's like sometimes these little shits become so iconic and so like people latch on to them.
Oh, they die off. They get real popular and die off. Remember Fido Dido? 7-Up? He's a little triangle head guy.
Oh, yeah,
And he's got a dog.
Yeah, I mean the Noid
Yep.
from Domino's.
They brought him back recently.
Remember that guy?
He was like he was
Avoid
up to
the
no
Noid.
good.
He's
He
gonna
was
steal your
he was up
pizza.
to no good. He was a schemer.
Maybe it's
and
not before my time.
no. Oh, I'll find it.
I
for
mean,
you.
I remember my time doesn't start till I was 10.
That's true.
The last thing I have is my wife came up with this, that if we're ever going to create one character for this show, the character's name is Bobby Joe Pinkerton.
Dude, bro.
Who's gonna do Dunkel? Dunkel.
We need a shirt or some artwork. Or,
Yeah, that looks vaguely familiar and this really skeezy. What the
Yeah.
fuck
Oh,
is
they
that?
got a Funko Pop.
Of course they do.
What the Funko Pop out there has like one of you and you
They
don't
have
even
a
know
Funko
it. There's
Pop
a, there's
of
a
my
Bobby
dick.
Skullface Funko Pop out there. You just don't know it yet, bro.
He was claymation. Yeah, it's probably the Sands.
You never get over Sands.
Anyway,
Claymation would stay there. Joe,
how was your nerd week?
Oh, I work. I worked
You've been working
like
your ass
last
off.
15 out of 17 days.
All work and no play makes Joe a dull boy.
But I'm taking a lot of January off. Makes sense. But also, like, I'm spending a lot of money right now, so like that defeats the purpose of me working. Because usually,
Are you really?
on Magic cards, man? It's stupid. It's fucking dumb. I am the same boat as you. You know how I always shit on you for like you always need something else to buy. I think we're all in the same boat.
well, I'll tell
It's
you,
just that I go longer. I'm also fluid, but I don't pass things and
Yeah.
no longer like them. I just keep liking things over and over again.
Sure.
Like last time I dropped money on Magic was maybe 10 years ago, and I dropped like several $100s, which was a lot at the time because I don't think I was a pharmacist yet. But like, I think I've dropped like $1,000 on Magic cards in the last 2 months. I'm afraid, when I go to your order, I'm afraid to look. When I go to an order history, I just see like hundreds,
Dude, you're
like multiple hundreds, and I'm just like, I mean, not look at that. I don't want to tally it up.
You're the Star Spangled Banner.
Bro.
Wait, is that the Hulk but red, white, and blue? Oh, that's a winner right there.
And I haven't played a game yet. I spent like $1,000 on cards.
You're like me with 40K.
Yes. But yeah, dude, it's a slippery slope. It's fucking easy hole to fall down.
Yeah, for sure.
But like, cause like it's a card is like $1 here, $2. Oh, that's a good card. It's like $10. Oh, that's a really good card, like $30. But then it's a fucking card. So you end up it's space saving in a way where like if you spend $500 on a statue, you get something to show for it, and it takes up a lot of space. You get $500 worth of cards. That might not even be a deck.
You're just spellbound, man.
God damn it! Fuck. But yeah, but I think I haven't spent money in a long time, right? I go through these phases. I'm like, I'm working less. I'm not spending money. It's cool. I don't need to.
Right.
And then I work more to like cover for the next time I don't work a lot.
Right.
But then this time I'm working a lot, but then I'm spending a lot. And I'm like, I need to curb my enthusiasm. I need to slow my roll.
It makes your money disappear.
It fucking adds up. So it's because, like we always said, it's easy. It's not looking at a $500 purchase or $1,000 quarter scale purchase. It's looking at $2-3. Mm-hmm.
That's
$500 worth of $2-3.
That's my DC collection out there,
right?
Yeah.
It's just 3 3/4 $5 figure, and then you have like 1,000 figures.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I'm like, I put an order in yesterday. I'm like, that's it. I gotta cut that shit out. I gotta relax. But other than that, what else did I do? Watch shit. Oh, Tucker and Dale Fights Evil is a great movie. I watched it again recently.
Is that from the guys who did like Hot Fuzz?
No, maybe, but like the one of the lead guy is he was in Dodgeball. He's the pirate in Dodgeball.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he's in a lot of things. He's great.
He did the voice for K2SO.
Yes, him.
Yeah, dude.
That's I remember being a great movie, and when it came out 10 years ago, and we do movie nights, so we went to watch it again. It's just as good. You don't have to be a horror fan. It's like in a horror trope genre. It's like a comedy. And if you haven't seen it, I suggest it. It's a one of those little hidden gems. It's on Netflix. Let's see. I noticed an underrated, lovely movie.
All right. Did you watch? I didn't listen last week. Did you?
I put a lot of notes.
Did anybody watch Pig yet?
I need to know. Or what I did watch was there was another Nicolas Cage movie that came out recently, and I know that was the bad one.
What's the name of it?
Prisoners of Ghostland. It's not good.
Is it not good? Because I think it's on Hulu. Pig is on Hulu.
Okay.
So I'm going to watch it because it was
I'm going to watch it too.
That and Pig and not Peg. That's what I do. Peg.
Didn't see any dolphins on the trip, Joe. Sorry.
But Chris was like, watch the bad one first. And I was like, I think we could skip it. He said, we got to watch this Nicolas Cage. I'm like, you're right. It's not good. Like the trailer is all you need to watch out of the movie. The trailer's amazing. The movie,
awful,
not good. Maybe it's one of those things where it's so fucking artistic and out there that like I can't comprehend the fucking deep concepts of it. But if I didn't enjoy it, man, it says something. If I didn't, it wasn't bad enough for me to walk out of. But it definitely lost interest like a third of the way through.
Yeah.
Space Marines 2, the game. I'm fucking excited. I'm so fucking excited for that.
I am excited about that.
I'm
too.
hardly ever excited about games anymore.
Space Marine 2. So there was a Space Marine game that came out years ago for
PlayStation
3. Yeah, it was a while ago.
It was the best 4K game at the time.
It was like Space Marine.
It was like it was like God of War type play.
Yeah. Third person point of view, beat 'em up.
It was
coming
fantastic.
out for the new
it was
platform
fantastic.
console?
Yep.
And it's coming out with a sequel to it.
And it looks great. And it's the Primaris. It's the guys I now like
collect.
And you know what? I like being right sometimes, right? Because a lot of people shit on the new Space Marine. You know, the I don't know if you follow, because I'm always like, when the new Space Marines came out, I love them. They're scaled different. I think they look great. The size look more like Space Marines, but a lot of people hate them because they don't like change. Let's be honest. And I think they look much better than old Space Marines. People are like, no, old Space Marines are better. But all these motherfuckers are getting excited about this game. And I'm like, oh, what about these guys being shitty? What about them being ugly? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I hear you.
I
will say that I heard something about mopping recently. That like in mopping we have little sayings and acronyms and all this bullshit, and then most of the time I fucking hate it. It turns my stomach.
Okay,
but I heard a really good one recently, and I think it applies to more than moppers. But it was a mopper who said some other shit that I hated. And I'd already chalked this guy up as like, oh, I hate you.
Right.
But then he said something, and I like it. He said, and as we all know, moppers hate two things: change and things staying the same.
Sure.
Makes sense.
I think that's most people.
Makes sense. Yeah, I think that's a human thing.
That's what I mean. And I was like, all right, I dig that one. I like that one. I'll never use it. But
real quick on video games, I mean to say is for Kelly and I finished the that multiplayer two. What was it called?
Takes Two.
It takes two.
Yeah.
And that won Game of the Year at the Game Awards.
It's great.
And then there's an Expanse game coming out.
From
Telltale.
We'll never see him again. It'll be like what's like me with Final Fantasy VII.
It's
sunk into
about
that
Drummer. Drummer's the lead actress in it.
It makes sense. You just watched a Drummer documentary.
I did.
Recently.
It just flows right in. Sorry,
but you need to get on. If you like, I said you like the 2-player games. That one game I told you about.
Yeah,
I'll send the name to you again if you forgot. But
please do, because I probably did.
Yeah, and you probably didn't listen to the show last week, but I watched Mad Max Fury Road.
Okay, what'd you think?
Fucking amazing.
Great.
Just it wasn't a real cynic last.
We went into a deep dive on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was just thinking the dudes in it are like orcs but human.
Yep.
They just bolt shit together and it works, and they are fucking stupid and they want to fight and they die young. I'm like, oh, I think Bobby would like these guys because you're an orc player.
I do. Well, I was I was not a player of any.
No, you're an orc fan.
I do like the orcs. I like the orcs, the Blood Angels, and a few others.
Yeah. I went to an oyster bar. I haven't been to an oyster bar in a long time.
Which one did you go to?
I think it's just called Oyster Bar in Frederick.
Oh, okay.
It's great. I love raw oysters and had great seafood, price decent. I felt out of place, but I think that was on me. So it was, and I tell you what I noticed. I felt out of place. I think it's because just me and Krista. It's usually not I never really feel that way when I'm with a group of mixed race people, or just more people where I'm not as well aware of my surroundings. But like I went in, it was very bars-ish like feel because it's an oyster bar, right? It was golf and football on TV. It was country music playing, and it was like all white people with belt buckles and hats type deal. But, and they were on. I'm not. They're like. I don't get me wrong. There was nothing weird said to me.
No,
or
so
anything like that.
I'm not getting ready to throw them bail. But what I am getting ready to say is that once again, I think this is something that's a difference between race and culture. Because if I walk into that establishment, I'm uncomfortable.
You feel out of place too.
Correct. What's up, y'all?
Pinkerton would be right.
Right,
See, if we went as a group, I wouldn't have felt the way.
I still would have.
Really?
But yeah,
but because I was thinking about it, I was like, oh, if Bobby and Pinkerton was
all right. What if we go to a Chinese restaurant with Joe?
I would feel
Chinese restaurant where there's all Asian people.
So I would feel super uncomfortable because I wouldn't know what to order.
I would let Joe order for me.
Yeah, and you keep asking, what's that? What's that?
Other than no, you guys are all misreading me. I would feel super uncomfortable because I wouldn't know what to order because I would feel that I would not like 100% of what was on.
Would you bring your own ketchup in that situation?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he would have asked what that was because he wouldn't like any of that.
But in regards to people, I would feel less uncomfortable with a room full of Chinese people. In fact, I was on many streets this week with nothing but Chinese people and felt 100% fine, other than them constantly throwing their beads in my chest.
Did any of your girls take anything from anybody, or were they warned?
No, they didn't. They didn't.
Were the mixed CDs guys still out there?
No, and I'll get to that when I.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, we're speaking.
But like, because I am somehow less familiar with the belt buckle crowd than I am with Chinese people.
Well, you hang out with a Chinese person and a belt buckle person every day.
But I don't even think
call me that.
I don't even think that's it. I think it's because I'm just more familiar with Chinese culture from cinema and video games and all this other shit. Like I have more of a familiarity with Chinese culture.
You never watched Roadhouse, bro?
Than I do with country Western culture. So you want to know the truth? No.
I haven't seen it in years. I know Terry Funk's in it.
I've never seen it. I've never seen
You've
it.
seen Dirty
Coyote
Dancing?
Ugly.
Black Dog, all this shit. I've never seen any of that country ass shit.
Black Dog is not a country ass movie.
Sure
at
it
all.
is. Sure it is. Sure it is.
Oh, hang on. No, which one's? I'm thinking of
Patrick-
Alpha. I'm
it's
thinking of Alpha
Patrick
Dog.
Swayze,
Oh, no.
No,
Alpha
it's
Dog's a
Patrick
different
Swayze.
vibe.
Patrick Swayze is
Okay.
driving a tractor trailer.
So you never seen Over the Top?
Bruh, that's not country. That's some good shit.
I don't think so. But
trucker.
dude, yeah, but like I said, it's a lack of familiarity, you know, and it's totally culturally related because like when I walk in, I'm thinking that they're thinking of me a particular way, and I'm thinking of them a particular way.
Well, the beauty of it is I don't give a fuck what any of those people think.
That's not true.
If I walk in a room like that, I'm not going to care. If I'm
stop
there,
caring when the
listen,
food came
if
out.
it's a business and
If
I'm
you-
there to
if you
spend
walk
money,
into a room, maybe you like that. But if you walk in, I'm sure I could set a list of parameters of a room that you could walk into, and in spite of you spending money to be a patron there, you could feel uncomfortable what was going on in that room.
oh, I understand what you're saying there. Yes.
That's all I mean. That's all I mean.
Okay. Yeah, I get the vibe there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care about what they think. It's just like I feel out of place.
Well,
That's yeah.
So would I?
did the food make up for your?
No, I mean it wasn't bad. I wasn't out of place in such that like I was uncomfortable.
You
per
gotta
se.
go to Lexington Market for fucking oysters. I feel like Lexington Market, the oyster bar at Lexington Market. I feel like that's the classic place to go.
But it's
Yeah, it's right at the street. Yeah, no,
Yeah. And it was good. Like I've never been. Like I'm trying to go to more different restaurants in Frederick because
I've noticed. I've loved
there's
it.
a lot of great
I've loved
places
to hear
in
it. You
Frederick.
look, you're getting out. You're moving and shaking.
Well-
You're booked and busy, Joe. I love to hear it.
The only reason I leave the house is for food and nerd shit.
Yeah, dude, booked and
Hey.
busy, bro.
I know the vibes.
And dude, I wrote a paragraph on this. I don't need to read all this, but I went back onto our Jurassic journey. Jurassic World. People shit on it. I think you guys don't like it. I think it's fucking great. I enjoyed
Is
the
that
fuck
the one
out of
with
it.
Chris Pratt?
Yeah,
I liked it.
yeah, strong B plus.
Okay.
I know you hate it, and like I know, bro, Phil. I know you're listening.
He loves it.
He does not like Jurassic World. He doesn't like the fake dinosaur shit. He
Yeah,
doesn't like the
yeah, but
gene
he
splicing.
likes
That doesn't really happen to the second.
Yo, he likes them both
Jurassic
better than he likes Jurassic Park 3 or 2. I forget which one it was. He was okay with it. He was okay.
because he really didn't like them having to make it with dinosaur.
No, I was shitting on that, and he was like, "Yeah, that is dumb," but he still likes those movies.
Okay, I don't think it's dumb because like the whole movie is about them making the fake dinosaur and being a bad idea. That's the whole premise of the fucking movie. So I'm like, yeah, it's perfect.
To me, it changes the genre.
It is. It's not the same.
Yeah, and as soon as the genre was changed, I wasn't interested.
But like I think it's kind of meta. Like I don't know, it's commentary even to the audience. There was an argument in the movie when the doctor was like, "None of the shit is real. You don't want fucking real. You want what you want. You ask for monsters. None of these DNAs are pure. We fucking spliced them since the get go. I don't know what you're complaining about." I'm like, yeah, that's exactly right.
I feel like that's super.
I think that's a commentary a little bit.
I think that's super getting lost in the semantics of the argument. That's obviously different from something that's historical and has some sort of like. And don't get me wrong, I agree with Ian Malcolm was saying these were chosen to be eliminated. However, I do think it's different than saying we're going to bring back something from extinction for the sake of appreciation and science, which I don't think they should do. But I think there's a difference between that and saying we're just creating our own thing. You know, and then for the sake of a film, for my entertainment, I was much more interested in the sci-fi movie than I was in the monster movie.
Oh yeah, I think I enjoyed the monster. I like some of the human parts were great. Every single one of these movies, Jurassic Park movies, have kids, and they're the goddamn for me. They're the goddamn worst parts of the movie. I hate all the fucking kids, and I wish they could cut all the fucking kids.
Some of
parts
those
out.
kids were on the cruise ship.
And I think those movies, I mean, are aimed for children, so they have someone to relate to, and parents, because fucking you parents and your kids. But for me, I'm like, just show me more. Dude, the dinosaur fighting at the end, amazing. That's what I want to see. That's a better Godzilla movie than Godzilla movie.
Right.
When T-Rex and Raptor versus the fucking monster thing, perfect.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I enjoyed the fuck out of it.
Terrible.
Because I think
Terrible.
we watched the movie for different reasons.
Correct.
And,
I
like,
watched it for it to be a good movie.
I don't know, man. A lot of people like it. And
I like
there's another one too that we're gonna watch next week.
Oh,
Yes.
that one you get
You'll like it even more.
it's got even more made up dinosaurs.
Oh, perfect.
I like them, man. I think they're great.
Listen, man, dinosaurs are cool and all, but they're fucking Dunzos. I like Dinobots, right? Dinobots are not real dinosaurs either.
They're not.
They don't even look like real dinosaurs in dinosaur mode, especially goddamn Grimlock, right? And he's everyone's favorite. So let's not pretend why we like dinosaurs is especially
It's
if they got
still a
feathers.
dinosaur.
Get the fucking feathers
It's still
out
a
of here.
dinosaur. It's not. It's. I didn't go to Jurassic World and then see Smeagol pop up. Oh, it's a dinosaur. It's Smeagolosaurus. No, because Smeagolosaurus isn't a fucking dinosaur. It's not Jurassic World. It's some other shit. It's Monster World. And if you call the movie Monster World, then I know that I don't need to sign up to go see it.
But it's Jurassic World is the name of the theme park, right? What they're selling.
Because the world of the theme park is supposed to have creatures from the Jurassic period.
I don't even think.
I don't think that's right.
I don't even think that's right.
Anyways, yes,
But yeah,
you're
I
right.
think we-
like when they start making up dinosaurs, it's not grounded in any reality.
But like none of the dinosaurs
like it is
are
anyways.
fucking like they didn't put feathers on the dinosaurs either. I don't want to see dinosaurs with feathers, man. I've grew up with them being lizards, and I'm good with them being lizards.
Yep.
I know in real life they weren't probably lizards; they were more like chickens. But I don't want fucking chicken dinosaurs in my movie.
That's fair. They're probably delicious.
And I think that's what the doctor guy was saying. He's like, you don't want fucking real. You want what you want. Mm-hmm. Anyway,
that's
like
probably
I think that was them trying to say, look, we're not giving a fuck about anything and just trying to make money. So
I mean, in the
here's
movie,
something
in theme,
empty and shallow for people to like to make money.
and that's on,
Which is fine.
It's on theme for like IRL, like the movie makers, and like I said, it's meta. It's in world. That is what they're doing. So I don't know. I enjoy.
Where's my trash button? I don't have a trash button.
Yeah. What was a trash? Not trash panda. Trash Muppet.
Trash. Oh, Oscar.
Oscar. Maybe one of his sounds.
Dude, I gotta find if Oscar has like a catch.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that.
That would be good.
And I think that's it for me.
I don't have much, so, which is gonna be.
You went on this trip too.
I did.
How was Graceland?
Yeah. So
don't go there.
No, different Graceland.
Oh
real
yeah,
quick.
that's right.
I did. Well, I did. I'll talk about that. So real quick, I went to Laura's work party.
Oh,
I don't even go to my own work party. Do you even go to your own work party? I don't think you do.
We don't even have one most of the time. But like, what was interesting was it was fine. I was actually on pretty good behavior.
So you didn't ask
Say
anybody.
some wild shit.
Yeah, I was actually.
You didn't ask anybody if they were circumcised or anything.
No, I didn't talk
You didn't
about.
ask me if you watched He-Man and how he liked to fist people.
I didn't say that I am on a podcast where anal sex comes up, which is what I did last time.
It comes up a lot.
And then said you should check it out, which was even crazier.
The podcast or the anal sex?
Yes.
Okay, fair.
So
great.
But one thing, not a person that works with Laura, but their significant other works with. I shouldn't be laughing. Special needs students.
I'm laughing at you. Laughing at
I'm only laughing at it because the way she was getting ready to tell this story. She was like, "Well, Gerald, now he's a behavioral pooper." And
What?
I lost it.
I would have lost it too, man. Come on. You're
A
not laughing at
behavioral.
You're not laughing at the special needs people. You're laughing at the situation and this person.
And the title.
Yes.
Like, that's the title you give this kid, the behavioral pooper. Too much for me. So I laughed at that. People were turned off by that. I made a Parkinson's joke. People were turned off by that.
Well, you kind of just threw that one out there, bro.
Yeah, it was like
They had Parkinson's.
Did you steal my joke? Did you steal my joke about the Salvation Army?
I didn't, but it would have been in better taste than what I ended up saying.
Because they have Parkinson's patients, don't they?
I was just like, yeah, correct. And
Right.
and they were like, well, he came in, he's got Parkinson's. I was like, oh, and I started doing this shit
The shimmy?
with my shoulders.
What are you, fucking Puffy from 12 years ago?
I always do the Harlem.
that, take that,
I always
take
do the.
that. All right,
I always do the
Puff Daddy.
Harlem Shake when people talk about Parkinson's, which is awful. It's an awful disease. Laura tells me all about it because she's a specialist. I get it. Speaking of Laura, and I know you can't because Kelly listens to the pod. Are you getting Chris anything for Christmas?
I'm not getting nobody nothing.
Okay.
No,
I'm
actually,
getting it's clear right now. You're not gonna be surprised. Nobody's getting shit.
You got too much money.
hey,
Scratch out the magic cards. I guess.
That's right. This Black Lotus is the only thing I'm accepting. So.
I want the magic card that best represents me.
That's the card that's just
Might
Lotus
like
Petal. I can maybe afford that one.
Yeah. I actually, Kelly and I talked about it today. I said, hey, I'm not getting you anything for Christmas. Just so you know, don't get me anything. She's like, all right, I won't get you anything else. Fuck.
Else.
So I'm like,
See, I hate that shit. Fucking
So
hate to hear
anyway,
it.
I'm going to tell you what I'm getting, Laura. I'm getting her a new fridge.
Bobby, is it going to have an ice dispenser?
Her face is going to really light up when she opens it.
Are you really getting her a new fridge? God damn it. I was hoping you'd get an ice maker. I was excited about that.
So that's a good
Let's
one.
talk about the fact,
I enjoy that one.
Mr. Amiri over here doesn't have a goddamn ice maker in his fridge.
It failed.
Okay.
I have one.
Well,
It failed. I'm not going to throw out. I'm not going to throw the baby with the bathwater, Chris.
you throw the baby out. You go throw the baby out with the tap water.
I got an ice maker. It's called a tray.
Oh
You
my
fill that shit
God.
up with water and it makes ice.
You better have some fancy like fucking Death Star bullshit or something.
Other than that, I went to New York with the family. We'll do something for Patreon for it. I'm not going to waste too much time on it. But this is what I learned about New York. New York has changed since the last time I've been there.
It is a
Which
different
was
vibe.
how long ago?
It is a different vibe.
Huh?
How long? When was the last time you went?
So I went with you
Was
briefly.
it me and Tyler and
but I don't
that day?
even count that. The last time
like
that
you actually visit.
Let me tell you a funny story about that trip. So me and Tyler were going in sneaker shops, and all this dude was like, "No, I'm just going to eat pizza." He didn't even come in the sneaker shops, and when he did come in, he had this snarl on his face, like these motherfuckers. You feel a little different now talking shit to that kid about buying Jordans?
No.
You don't.
No, you know
I have to
why?
remember-
you know why?
rewind that
You know
story.
why?
Tell me.
Because my kids got college shit set
Okay,
up. My
okay.
kids got potential wedding shit set up. My kids got.
Man, fuck them kids. Buy some Jordans.
Like I'm telling you, I'm the same way with goddamn magic cards. I used to go in the nerd store look at 40K stuff, and I fucking sneer over the fucking magic nerds, and I'm like, fuck.
But like, I'll tell you. So that's a separate conversation about New York. Like when I was young, like especially in my teens, like New York was the place to go. You
Before
could get shit-
Giuliani?
you could like to be fair, like on the rise of Giuliani, like you could get shit there that like you couldn't get anywhere else, like mixtapes, music, clothes, whatever. Now I went in all the shoe stores, every single.
It's all the same.
You can get it any fucking where.
You can go to the Frederick Mall and get the shit.
Yeah, like I was like, this is nothing special.
It's not.
It's kind of defanged New York a little bit for me, which is a shame. But like, I went into Kith, and I went into fucking like a Flight Club, but like even Flight Club, which has everything, right?
Everything.
Like, it's still shit that I can just get from StockX.
You can't. And StockX has changed their game completely.
At cheaper prices.
Exactly.
But
like,
it's
Because they
not
have
a
to
thing
pay for
about
they have
New
to pay
York.
for that fucking real estate.
Correct.
Yeah, I don't think it's how New York is being ran. I think it's just the rise of internet. 'Cause that's why I don't go to conventions
I agree.
anymore.
No,
Because
I
I can
agree.
just buy anime goods online for cheaper than going to the convention.
I think it's the rise of internet and also the rise of just kind of global marketing and capitalism.
it's
and everything's
easier
a global-
to fucking get
yeah.
whatever you want instead of going hunting and not finding it.
Now,
Right?
I will tell you the things that you will find in New York that you won't find in Baltimore or, God forbid, Huntsville, Alabama. Is pop-up shops, limited run shit, but you got to be in the know and know when to be there.
Correct,
And just,
correct.
I happen to be here this weekend, and there's something going. You know,
and the couture shit, right? Like the designer shit, like this shit on Fifth Avenue or in Soho. That's like that shit. You can't just walk into any store down here and get, right. Like I get
One of
that,
the kind shit.
Right.
Special shit.
but even that, I can find a place to get it.
you can order online.
Yep.
Anyway, so that was something else I noticed. It kind of defanged it a bit, but here's something else. Ready for this?
Yeah.
This is my first time being in a place where weed was completely decriminalized. Different fucking experience, my friend. I smelled weed. I don't even know how to describe it. The same way that
You would have smelled cigarettes 15 years ago.
you would have smelled cigarettes 15 years ago. It's
It's
everywhere.
Great.
There's trucks, there's weed trucks, there's fucking people on the street in front of cops selling you weed to your fucking hand. Like, it is everywhere. And like, there was part of me that was like, fuck, like, what if I get fucking drug tested at some point just from the amount of secondhand fucking pot that I'm taking in?
Yeah.
Like it was, I'm not against it. I'm for it. But it was like seeing color TV or something for the first time. Like, it was
concerning.
Like, it was like, this is a different, I've never experienced this in my entire 40 trips around the sun. I've never experienced this. And like, I wasn't on the street more than 15 minutes tops without smelling marijuana. And the only reason why I'm stretching it to 15 is because sometimes we left the hotel at like 9 a.m. You know what I mean? Like people weren't getting lit quite yet. It's crazy. It's everywhere.
Yeah, it's good. I think in a way. I think
it's
there's
good
no societal collapse or anything like fucking old ass people were worried about.
I agree too. You know, Gary is I'm all for legalizing it the whole bit. Anybody that knows me knows I'm for it. But like Angry Gary, who might be here on Saturday, made the best point I've ever heard to keep it illegal. Kids need something bad that's safe.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point because it is safe, but you need because what else are you gonna?
So alcohol
is still like it's sneaking it early, right? I don't know what the legal age for weed is, but you know,
they can still break the law.
Yeah.
They can be a rebel, but they're still doing something safe.
Yeah, but they're doing. I mean, to that point, and to your point about age, I mean, I'm sure it's at least 18, 19, if not 21, for it to be legal. So
it's still like
you're still not. I mean, it's like
because drinking as like a fucking 15-year-old is the same fucking thing, right? Basically.
We did about 11 miles of walking a day.
Flex on them.
I say that to say this. Disney ended up being a warm-up for this. Which I would have.
Did you have this whole thing planned out, like logistically where you walk?
Yes. Yes.
God damn. I don't know if I'm ever going to go on a trip with you, Bobby.
face, bro.
Yes. However, I got to tell you, I had to cut things off the list.
Yeah.
And we didn't go to the boroughs. Like I just like fuck. Like we're just gonna have to go to do the boroughs a separate trip because like there's just so much to see and do.
Did you go to Central Park?
Went to Central Park, went to the 9/11 Museum, went to Washington Square, Union Square, went to Soho, went to Empire State Building, went to
Is that still? I guess kids haven't been or something, right?
Natural History Museum.
That you have to.
Went like I mean we did. We did everything that you could do. We fucking did. Like
you go to a statue.
No,
looked at it.
Looked at it from the Empire State Building.
Good enough.
There it is. And then from the Empire State Building, I was able to say, like, look, there's Brooklyn, there's Queens, there's the far in the distance beyond what you can see is the Bronx. Like I was able to kind of do those things and kind of teach them a little bit of geography.
Everything the light touches.
Yeah, you know, yeah.
Except for the dark side, which is the dark side for you? The Bronx. we don't go there.
But I did say, like, you know, and then Leia, it was interesting because like this is like her first time being in a big city and like kind of being a human.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Instead of a creature.
Yeah. And she was like, why is this man sleeping on cardboard? And I was like, well, he's homeless.
He made some bad decisions.
He doesn't have a home? No. Why? I don't know.
Because he didn't brush his teeth. Go brush your teeth.
She's like, that's so sad. And I was like, dude, facts.
Meanwhile, first time she's been on a tall building too, probably, huh?
Yeah, all of them. And I mean, like, you know, and that shit, and like, it was like kind of a bummer because like they don't appreciate shit because they're kids. You know what I mean?
I get the vibes.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure you do even more.
Oh yeah.
But like, you know, but it was interesting nonetheless, like just to like kind of go through the motions, kind of teach them about the city. You know, Selena not really knowing anything about 9/11 yet. We went to the 9/11 memorial, like having to like, I'm not sure if I should have taught her about it before we went to the museum, or if the museum should have been the fucking introduction to it all.
So have they not covered that in school at all?
It is, but not at her level.
Oh, I didn't know at what age they started.
Yeah, so like
the propaganda.
But like, you know, while we're walking through it, like I'm like,
look at the textbook to see what it says.
She was like, you know, and if you know Selena, like, she is my sensitive kid. Like, she feels deeper and more like
heart on her sleeve, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And like, I was like, she couldn't get over it. Like she just kept like pulling me. She's like, why do they hate us? And I was like, look, it's complicated.
Because they ain't us.
I was like, it's complicated, and I will break this down for you, but I can't break it down for you right now. I will tell you, I'm not that type of dude, like a museum, like the Holocaust Museum. I went to like the, you know,
all those train carts and shit.
Yeah, I went through all that shit. I'm not the type to get all, but that one, I think there are elements of that one that fucked with me. Like,
I mean, that's home turf too. That's that's a very
it was
different.
During my life.
Yeah, that's a very different thing. It's like other people going to World War II in museums and being fucked up because they lived there. You know,
I mean, it was
They lived through
it. It was the most traumatizing event in our lives, as far as I'm concerned.
Y2K though.
Until the past 2 years.
Yeah, even that, like, it's like
No, it's not the same.
it's not.
I know, because it's not all at once, but you know,
and it's also like worldwide, and it's also I don't know.
Yeah, like
I mean, that changed the world.
Yeah.
It really did.
But it's a not passive thing, but it's like a nature thing. It's not like a I don't know. It's not a people thing.
Yeah.
This is not war. Like, you don't look at war the same way as you look at a tidal wave that wipes out an island. It's both tragic, but one of them is people.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was interesting, and you know, I didn't realize that the fucking museum is in the bowels of the buildings.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on the site.
No, I didn't know that you didn't know. Because
Yeah.
I thought that was part of the, not appeal, but part of its identity is that's where
It's
it is.
part of
Yeah,
the
I mean,
lore.
I
It's part of
knew
the lore,
I
Joe.
knew it was
Part
on.
of the lore.
Part of the lore.
I'll accept it. Okay.
Fine.
I knew it was on location, but I didn't know it was like, oh, I'm in the basement.
Yeah, you're in there.
Yeah. So like, yeah, that was it was a good experience. I think it was worthwhile for everybody. Let me see if I have anything else about it. There was a couple little random things like saw a guy just walk along and like throw up in the subway grates and then like just keep on walking, which was
Perfect split. It's very
Bing bong. Joe.
when you want to say but that's very considerate of him. It just
Yeah,
goes in the
yeah,
grate.
yeah.
It's like a Roman trash can. It's fine. It's not on someone's shoe.
I ate a fuck ton of pizza.
I have a question.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucked up. I don't mean in a fucked up way. But how long until people give a shit less about 9/11 as like a lot of us do about older shit, right? Because like Pearl Harbor and shit is still
already,
real.
It's already there. It's already there.
Yeah.
It's already there. Like,
'Cause,
I
like,
saw,
they didn't- people-
I saw a bunch of fucking teenage white girls posing for Instagram pics at the museum.
Right, 'cause they weren't-
like, and
it
I'm
was
talking
after they
about
were
like
born.
one
I mean,
leg
before they
up
was born.
with their skirt hiked up, like trying to make a sexy pic in
Right,
the,
right.
you know what I mean?
Did you have a clue?
And what's funny is like my kids were like, they were a little bit trying this trip. And I'm not sure why. It's something I'm working on where they weren't really trying in Disney, but they were trying here.
What do you mean by trying?
They were just pushing their luck and also
Oh, they were
testing my
testing your
patience.
gangster.
But when we went into that museum, it's like they felt the vibe and they
Yeah.
just fucking
It's a somber place and should be respected as such.
they
I mean,
fucking
that's-
zipped up, tightened up, didn't you know what I mean? Like they were great.
Yeah, and I also on the same token, I don't blame the young people too hard because it wasn't in their lifetime.
No, it's
why
not their
would you
fault. It's
even
their
be
parents.
there? I mean,
it's their
that's-
parents. Like if somebody should have told them, like, look, when you go down there, don't let me catch you looking like a fucking Instagram thought on the fucking bench of this fucking
Yeah, it's
place.
just like you go to a funeral of a person you don't know. It's still a funeral.
Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah.
Hey, you can't have a funeral without fun.
sometimes. So one thing I'll tell
Real
you,
fun funeral.
another thing that
Real
I
fun.
super underestimated. Bathroom logistics for my kids.
Oh yeah, come on.
New York City's a disaster.
Any city.
I even said to Laura about a month before, I was like, look, bathrooms are going to be the challenge. It wasn't nearly enough of a warning to get our act together. We should have had a better plan for that.
So next time you go, if you're anywhere near, if you go to the big Macy's in the basement, they've got public bathrooms.
Macy's has
I've
bathrooms
seen
on
some
multiple
wild ass shit.
Macy's has bathrooms on multiple floors.
Yeah.
For those that are listening, Barnes and Noble is another good one. There's Barnes and Nobles all over that fucking town.
Barnes and Noble is just a bathroom for the street
Homeless.
people, and then they sell books on top of it.
Disney Store, Times Square,
They have a bathroom.
another smart place to use.
I'll tell you real quick. I was in the basement bathroom at Macy's one time, and I was just trying to find an open place to take a piss. You know, you walk by a stall, you're not checking out what's going on, but you just notice there's somebody in there. And I look through the crack, and there's a dude on top of the toilet, on the toilet seat, squatting, taking a shit.
Asian?
He was Asian.
Yeah, of course. No,
But it was just so fucking wild to see
That's
that.
the norm, by the way.
Okay.
It's like, if you're raised in Asia land, my part of Asia land, that's what you do.
So
Because you weren't fucking raised right, because you were raised on 2 blocks and a hole in the ground, and then you just continue to do that even if you have a fucking seat because you're fucking uncivilized.
Hey,
So I'm going to say this too. New York has kind of lost their edge. I saw more fucking juice bars in New York City.
It took me a second to wrap around that word.
Juice.
Yeah, it took a second.
More juice bars than I'd ever seen ever. And
Jamba Juice, bro.
Oh, I just thought of something horrible. I'm not gonna say out loud.
In one morning, and I know, in one morning, I struggled to find a fucking deli. And I went.
Get a bacon and cheese?
Did you go to Cats?
I found one, don't worry. But I struggled to find one. And in the midst of it, I walked past 3 juice bars.
What's a juice bar?
Where they fucking, you can...
Oh, you get your
I want a fucking dragon fruit mixed with a pineapple and the watermelon and then put it in a smoothie and charge me $12 for small.
I'm going to assume, and hopefully you don't go to Starbucks, because I want to hear anyone shit on juice bar that goes to Starbucks. It's the same fucking thing.
Oh, I don't go to listen.
Right, that's why it's okay. You get a pass.
We go to Starbucks.
You get a pass for saying that. Because I feel the same way.
But... let's move into Nerd Weeks because...
we already did Nerd Weeks.
I'm sorry. Let's move into news.
Let's do that.
All right. So, first and foremost, shout out to @RodimusPrimeRib on Twitter.
I want some.
And also shout out to @NerdyPunkBoy on Twitter, who both posted their most listened to Spotify pod,
Boom.
which was Nerd Rage Radio.
Wow. Thank you.
Wow.
So shout out to you
Are we still
guys.
charting? Someone looked at
I haven't checked this week.
Looked.
All right. So,
after last week, I just want to know if it went up or way the fuck down. It's one or the other.
I'll look while we're talking.
If we didn't, just don't mention it. All right. So, rest in peace to Anne Rice. She passed at an elderly age. I think she was 80.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, she had a good run.
Wasn't a vampire.
She was not. But you know what I mean? Like, huge contribution.
Yes.
Huge, you know what I mean? The whole bit.
I think the
Boy, you guys, y'all got to get your shit together when I'm not here. We dropped 55 spots last week.
Yeah,
I told you not to bring it up.
It's because of all the editing. If we could have left the show unedited somehow and not get banned.
That's all right.
But, so, yeah, I mean, I tried to read Interview with a Vampire. I was young.
It's hard.
I couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
I'll watch the movie.
It was like one whole page dedicated to describing this blade of grass, and I let it go. Also, while we're on the topic of death, some quick moment of silence for Anne Rice. Another moment of silence for Cowboy Bebop on Netflix, which has already been canceled because it fucking looked awful. Have you tried?
I haven't even tried.
Don't.
You tried it?
No.
Okay.
But I've seen enough.
Just from the trailer alone.
Yeah, I'm here to save you as a fan of the source material.
Yeah, that's what more. But because if I wasn't attached to the source material, I would have given it a try.
I've seen enough. I don't know what it means to you, but I know the game, and I know what it would have meant to me. I don't even know what the source material is like, but I know had I seen that trailer, I would have been disgusted.
It's revered as one of the...
I know. I'm familiar that it's a thing.
Yeah.
It's one of the pillars.
Yeah. Homeowner's house burns down with snake collection. You guys heard about this? This is some Maryland news. Shout out to the guy that commented last week and said, "Is this a Maryland-based podcast? If so, I'm in." Nice. He commented on YouTube. I don't even think he's into like the nerd shit. He's just like here for Maryland pods.
Well, we're here.
The status. All right. So Maryland homeowners burned down house in attempt to smoke out snake infestation. The status of the status of the snakes is unknown, but as the home was left in rubble, it's assumed they're no longer here.
Oh, those snakes left. As soon as it got hot, they scattered to the wind.
A house of nearly 10,000 square feet in Dickerson, Maryland, an hour west of Baltimore, was engulfed in flames on November 23rd when the homeowner tried to smoke out a snake infestation on the property.
Wait, infestation, or is this? It was just one snake. And
I think it was more than one. The way it read, I know
it
this
reads like more, but like how many fucking snakes do you have in your goddamn house?
They say snakes have been an ongoing issue for this owner and the previous tenant as well. Coals were used as a heat source for the smoke, but they were placed too close to combustible materials, eventually setting the house on fire.
Idiots.
Oh my god,
that's bigger than my house and your house combined. Bro.
75 firefighters showed up at the scene to battle the blaze.
What? I mean, that's a lot of house. That is a lot of fucking house.
There's no fire hydrants in the area, which isn't a problem because we're used to it, but we had to shuttle in water tankers.
Oh no.
So, and you know what's great? his insurance is gonna be like, nah, bro, you
set that shit on fire.
You set yourself on fire. It's arson.
Yeah.
There are animal services that can come out and make recommendations for pest control or an exterminator. We recommend you have professionals deal with any pest control issues to help maintain the situation. So that's our PSA.
And I'm just like, I'm perplexed. In what situation can your house become infested with snakes?
When you live in wherever the fuck they're
But
from.
like rats or whatever. Yeah, I get it. They're pest animals.
Well, listen, maybe that was it. Maybe they brought in something for the rats to eat, and then the rats took over. They brought in the snakes to eat the rats, and then the snakes took over.
That's the plot of Mimic, the horror movie.
Pretty much.
Have you seen the trailer for Everything Everywhere All at Once?
I don't even know what that means.
So I did, and I thought it was awful. I've called it Nothing Nowhere at different times.
Well, I don't even know.
Well done.
I don't even know what it is. What is it?
So I don't either.
Oh, I mean, like, what is it reference to? Some source material?
No clue.
Pass then.
It's awful.
Okay.
It looks confused. It's a hype beast thing.
What's it about? I mean, what's the premise?
I mean, just listen to. I mean, just
Okay,
look at the
that's fine.
name, right, and then having that makes sense.
People, this is how I feel about like something being super overrated. Like everybody, the hype beast was just like,
Yeah.
all right, oh god, have you seen it?
That's a serious explosion.
You know, and I'm like, no, I haven't. And then I'm like, oh, I have seen it. What is this about? Oh, I don't know. But doesn't it look like something?
Tenet?
Like, no, it doesn't look like something. It looks like everything, everywhere, all at once. Also, real quick, not to take too much time on it, but there's a Golden Girls convention.
I saw that.
Yep,
Is any of them still alive?
it's coming.
Betty White.
Yeah, Betty White. She's out of all of us.
It's coming to Chicago in 2022.
Let's hope she makes it to
The social lives and squabbles of 4 retirees in Miami have been the subject of a stage musical, a spinoff, et cetera, et cetera. They've done all these great things, and they're having a convention.
Sounds great.
This
I
past
watched. Oh, did something just...
I think it's the limiter.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it's I think that's awesome.
That's cool. I watched that show. Did you guys watch
My
that show?
grandma
I've seen
watched
the
it.
most of it. I know they have a lanai. I learned what a lanai was.
I think my grandma watched it just to judge them, like these old bitches acting all. You know what I mean? Like
Did she ever go when Blanche Devereaux did something?
she went.
It's because I never had cable. I only watched network TV, and after certain hours, I don't sleep even as a child. So like Three's Company and like Golden Girls will show up at like 2:00 in the morning on Fox or some shit, and I'll watch it.
Did you watch the second Matrix trailer?
I did not. I watched the first one, and that was like enough for me to
I
like.
purposefully did not watch it because I'm gonna go see it.
I watched it. I think it's pretty much everything you would expect from a second Matrix trailer.
Fair enough.
Great.
The Rancor.
It's going to be on HBO Max or some shit. Is it going to be on like?
I
is it going to be streaming at the same time in the
last
theater?
thing.
I think it is the last thing coming to
streaming
HBO Max.
It is HBO. Oh man, dude. And now I'm conflicted about going to the theater.
Do it.
I want to go to the
Hey,
only movie I want to go to the theater for. I don't care. Spider-Man's coming out like tomorrow or some bullshit.
Spider-Man comes out tomorrow.
Y'all gonna watch that shit too?
We're
Aren't you?
going
In
at
the
4
theater?
o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
enjoy. I'm sure it's gonna be good.
it's gonna be great.
We'll see.
Do y'all watch Ghostbusters? Isn't that out now at some point? People,
passed.
People like that.
I passed.
People
I
like
don't
that?
care.
We're really bad at this new shit.
I actually think it didn't do well. I don't think the reception of it was extremely well regarded.
Apparently, it's very touching the way that they do some tributes.
I believe
I
that.
thought it was overall positive at least. No,
I don't know.
didn't hear anyone shit on it at least. I don't hear much about it. That's also not a good sign.
So I feel like I haven't heard much about it, but I've heard like
Have you asked Justin if he liked it? I know he's a big fan.
I should. I'll ask him right. Want to call him?
Yeah, call him. He got nothing to do on a fucking Wednesday night at 9:15 p.m.
Yeah.
It's not like he has family and work and shit.
Yeah, fuck all that. Call T2RX6.
Is it worse for a movie not to be talked about or to be shat on?
To call Justin.
I was just trying to cover up his last name, so I was edit it out. He's gonna think it's something like emergency because like we never.
No, he should know. He should know. He knows you. Is it a fucking? Is that what? Oh, he's not gonna answer because like, Bobby, what the fuck does he want? He doesn't want shit. That's not important.
Ah.
It's not looking good, is it? But anyway, I feel like.
Hello.
Please leave your message
Nope.
for
All right, let's just hang up. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Rancor did not fund.
Correct.
And are they going to stick to their guns and not?
That's the way it seems. It's been taken down.
I mean, it's good though that they're setting a precedent. Like, look, if you miss it, you miss it.
The data master, Brian Brink, has been still accumulating these spreadsheets and his charts and graphs. And strangely enough, I think there's a core group of people that are going to always support these things, period.
Of course.
Yeah. When the Rancor did not fund, that group of people jumped on the G.I. Joe thing.
Oh,
because the G.I. Joe shot up and funded.
Oh, good.
Because you also have a limited amount of money
That's
to put
the thing.
towards something. Right?
I think they have unrealistic expectations of what
You can't fund 5 projects at the same time.
I mean. A company that primarily focuses on $25 toys is asking how many things did they do this? They did Galactus, which was what, $400.
Did they do Sentinel this year?
Sentinel was last year. Okay. They did. They tried to do the Rancor. They did the backpack, the Ghostbusters pack that funded like almost, immediately.
Yeah.
It seems like there was something.
You know what that means though? It was a good idea.
It was.
Yeah.
No Ula, no Mula. It's that simple.
Exactly.
They didn't give the package that people wanted.
And I think it's growing pains for them. This is a learning curve, right? This is a relatively new thing they're doing. It's been successful so far. They're testing their fucking limits, and now they know where the fuck it is, and they better fucking listen to people if they want the money.
Agreed. So, look, we need to have a serious talk about Iron Studios soon. Today is not that day, but they're fucking moving and shaking.
You see the Mumra?
The Mumra? They're doing not just the Mumra.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing.
They're doing all the bad guys.
That's the crazy part.
And these are all the 10th,
and they look
the
good.
10th scale.
They look great. They're doing all your Saint Saiyan.
Yep.
They're doing fucking He-Man now.
You mixing up
10th scale. Is that what they're doing?
Yes.
So what do we have over here that's where I'm looking at
that
Bobby's
is Iron
display.
Studios. That Rogue right there.
So the Psylocke,
Right.
the Rogue, the Gambit, the Nightcrawler, the Colossus, the Jean Grey.
Look.
Okay.
Remember when he was like, I only need 1 Iron Studios. I don't like this scale. I don't need it. And he has like 7 of them.
No. They've sold me on the scale. You know how they fixed it? They make the display bigger than the scale.
Because I remember when you got the Rogue, it's like, that's all I need.
Yeah, well, I think I was in for the Gambit and Rogue. To be fair,
and I can see myself.
It's
having a niche, I'm not going to go in on the X-Men because I've got 4 other versions of X-Men already. But like Thundercats, if I have the choice to either go through the Super 7 or get a set of these statues, that I'm never going to fucking touch these figures again anyways.
And at that scale,
it makes sense. But like you said, today's not the day for this conversation.
They have the quality of statues, but it's small enough for the real estate and the price is lower. So it's kind of...
Yes,
it's kind of a great new scale for statues because
we need to dig in because
statues
because the price is, I think, a little high.
What are they, like 120, 130?
Nah, they're usually 150 if you're lucky to 200.
But their play art's high money now. Like if you compare to others. Oh, okay, we need to talk about it another day because I want to.
Yeah, I want to dig in. I really want to dig in.
Like that's my bag.
But like I just got that Joker on the surfboard. He's fucking amazing. You see him? He's got his leg up over Harley's head. It's the Cesar Romero Joker.
Yep. Okay, yeah.
Wow. And then I got that Superman.
Yep.
Damn, dude. I didn't realize you had gone in on this.
Come on.
Deep on that shit.
Like,
money bags.
Iron Studios is killing it.
Silently,
and now they got
quietly kind of killing it.
Now they got He-Man coming. They got Turtles coming.
Dude.
They are fucking killing it. And there's a conversation that needs to take place about it.
Super 7 of statue people?
Dude, they might be some old other shit of statue of like they might be the new DC Direct. It's just direct now. Yeah. It's just not just limited to DC. And it's just direct.
And they've made a new scale for themselves that works.
Yes. Dude.
So right now on Sideshow, who is the official US distributor,
so is FAO Schwartz. Facts.
Crazy that's in a sentence.
I gotta say this because I forgot. We were down there and we were in Fort Lauderdale on Sunday. Had all day to kill basically. Went to a shopping mall that had a Macy's, that had a Toys R Us in it.
Yep.
That's all going to be in clearance in 6 months or probably 3 months because it was a bunch of junk.
Yep.
I mean, it was like, who's coming here to buy this shit? This is a horrible... It's exactly what I knew it would be, but it was trash. I didn't know FAO Schwartz was going to be in there.
Yep.
But what I was saying is, between currently available and pre-orders, there's 173 10th scale Iron Studios statues available.
They're killing it.
Because
I had no idea they had that much shit.
killing.
Because like 6 scale I thought was maybe coming back, but 10th scale maybe where's that?
Yeah, because they're making
And
the
groups,
10th scale
they're making groups,
statues
they're not
as
making
tall
singles.
as 6 scale statues.
And also they're not singles. They're picking teams to do.
Yeah, but like what I'm saying is like that 10th scale Jean Grey is as tall as a 6 scale figure
Without a base.
Without a base. Like it's so smart. Okay, so More-Bius. Did you see the More-Bius trailer? They actually show him in vampire mode. Actually, it looked pretty good. It looked pretty good.
I don't remember.
It's the I've been shitting on this thing since the beginning. This is the first time it has looked relatively appealing to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep not looking at it and keep shitting on it. Like
It gives it more of a
subjectively.
Nosferatu vibe, like a monster vampire. It was at the very least, if the film could be shit, which it very well could be, it's a better put together trailer. Across the Spider-Verse 2,
Yes, I saw that trailer.
it's
Of
fine
course.
to me.
You didn't like the first one, though.
No, I did. I think I got a little carried away at the last 15 minutes of it.
So I'll tell you, there's a couple things to dig in there. I don't think that Miles is the same Miles from the movie we watched last time. I think it's a Miles from another universe.
we should make it more convoluted, I think.
I think they should.
Yeah.
well, I mean, doesn't
Wait
like
for
the
tomorrow.
current Peter Parker whole is like kind of Miles Morales, his whole story,
Yeah.
right?
I don't know.
Like the current Marvel universe
It has
Tom
both.
Holland.
I think it has both.
I saw a tweet
has
the
like
other day.
a shit ton of Miles Morales background to him.
I saw a tweet the
Yes.
other day. Somebody asked, "Are Miles Morales and Peter Parker the same person?" No, I'm sorry. Is the black suit Spider-Man from the animated the same as the live action? And somebody said, "Yeah, Peter's just black sometimes." That cracked me up.
Cox is here to stay. You'll be happy to hear it.
I hope so.
The guy that played Daredevil was reported to be
Oh, you hate to
returned.
hear it.
Kevin-
you,
I
hate to
you
hear
personally
it.
hate to
I hate
hear
to
it.
hear it.
Kevin
Fargo.
Fiji Island, wasn't you there this past week?
Fuji
Verrazano Bridge.
He said in an interview that Charlie Cox is Daredevil, or essentially.
There you
I'm
go.
good. I'm good with it. I don't hate him.
Hate to hear it. And then Peacemaker trailer 3. Did you watch that by chance?
I don't, but I'm going to watch it anyways.
It looked like what you would expect it to
Exactly.
look like.
I'm expecting it to be John Cena being a dick and it being funny.
Yeah, that was pretty much what it was.
Finally hit his stride as an actor after fucking 10, 15 years.
That's right.
Remember that movie, The Marine?
Well, I mean, he did all those ones where he was invisible. It was
All right. Let's move on to questions, of which we have plenty. James K wants to offer an advertisement on our pod. We're probably not going to do that. Aiden Miller, kids be rambunctious.
Full names now? We're giving full names now?
Oh, shit.
Bobby does that nowadays.
Sorry, Aiden. It's too late to edit it.
Yeah, we have like,
no.
it's like literally a 5-second rule. We catch it within 5 seconds. We'll
So he says, "Sup, Rangers? Bobby, give Joe a break. I didn't even say Power Rangers last week, but you inserted Power Rangers
yeah,
anyway."
motherfucker does that.
But wait, never mind. I just said it now. First and foremost, happy belated Thanksgiving to you and yours. Hope you all spend it with your families. Thank you. Before I get to anything else, though, I need to give you guys my sincerest thanks for the kind words about me fishing out those sound bites for you. You guys had me dying for laughter for days without end. Bobby, you need to play the full Epic Deliverance. So the Deliverance goes into the epic music, I think, of that space show you like.
Expanse.
It's like a combination.
that
of
space
the two.
show I love.
He's how do you, we say this shit all the time. He doesn't care. But
Galactus, something.
Coruscant Nights.
I have loads more sound effects for you. Damn, he's like, you could use without extra money. If I remember, you use the Zoom P8, which actually has 4 pages of sounds for its 9 pads. Go, dude.
Man, do we need a sound engineer? What's this guy?
I know.
What's this guy
You're
live?
looking for a job? You can come through. Please feel free to get those sound effects out the right way now. I plan on it. If anybody can come here and motivate me privately, either Joe or Chris.
Ooh, that sounds dirty.
So to speak. Once again, and quite
Come here and
obviously,
motivate me privately.
Fisto cosplay, Joe.
to the entire crew, Christmas is coming up and our TVs are always set to something that celebrates it. What's your favorite Christmas special and or movie for Bobby,
covered that, yeah.
excluding The Ref? Because we both know it's amazing.
Dual
That's
log.
a fact. Christmas with the Cranks is his.
That is a good movie.
I think it's Christmas Vacation or Christmas Story after the Rev.
I stick by Die Hard, bro.
We're gonna talk about that one day. We're gonna talk about that one day.
Is that our Yule log? Just that fake fireplace on my TV.
There's Christmas movies, and then there's Christmas movie allowances.
Well, and then there's movies like, for instance, the Spider-Man movie we're going to see is set during Christmas time in New York City.
It can be a Christmas movie.
So it can be
Home Alone is a Christmas movie.
It is.
So we answered some of these before. To Bobby Fancy Shoeface.
There's so many faces.
Firstly, finally watched The Wind in the Willows, and much like
right?
how you critiqued it, fucking awesome, and Mr. Toad is crazy as fuck. I totally agree. I either have mentioned this a couple weeks ago, or my mind is fucky, and I never did, if I remember correctly. Do you ever plan... No, I finished this. To Chris, vaccinated, caffeinated, and freshly masturbated Pinkerton.
Yeah.
Bobby, if you could play the dueling banjos music you always have queued up while you read my section for Chris. Here we go. I've been meaning to ask you this for a good while. You, a couple weeks ago, were asking for anyone selling an Ollie when you have an Ollie test shot. Have you beat all of us out by having the test shot over the original? So why even want a regular Ollie? Just asking out of curiosity. He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Okay, so...
you don't know.
So he doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
So the Ollie is the unofficial official mascot of the realm of collectors. Because it at the time was the most ridiculous, cheapest, most garbage figure that we've just embraced. So I have collected Ollies, and I do have a test shot that actually, I think Dave, Energon Addict, won from Hung in some raffle or something.
That's
who gifted it to me because it came from Hung. So if there's any other test shots out there for Ollie that anybody has, if anybody has a pre-production sample, any review or anything, I have the best collection in the world, and hey, if you've got one and you want to get rid of, if you want to donate it to the collection,
he's got
feel free.
Fuck ton of Ollies.
It's a metric fuck ton. Thank you.
And then he sent more sound clips. Ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Drake the type of guy to...
Drake the type of guy. Here we go.
Drake the type of guy to hold his nose when he gets in the pool.
Barbershop hip hop.
Barbershop hip hop. All right.
It's mentally ridiculous.
There we go.
Who has my tag?
What is that one?
I don't know.
Where's my bag?
Where's my tag?
Where's my pig?
Oh, where's my pig? Where's my pig?
Shit, I need to watch that. Fuck, I need to watch that shit.
Wow!
That's Robert. Dees.
Yes.
All right, so look, shout out to the rest of the spell table.
Fuck.
A motor car. Gad, what have I been missing?
Dude, Mr. Toad's crazy as fuck. What do you mean?
What do you
Chris is damn with effects.
Gotcha.
Fight the power.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank the Academy.
I'd like to thank the Academy.
That's you.
Welcome to Maryland. Whether you're looking to find yourself in history, discover cultural riches, experience the timeless wonders of nature, or just looking to play, Maryland offers all of this and more.
Yo, I'm pogging out, bro. That is the best one. Yo.
I need to tell you something.
Goddamn.
Hey.
Oh,
they got the audio.
Welcome to the party.
Roll another one.
Yes.
Yes.
And Chris riff.
He's into it.
That's great. So,
dude, this guy's awesome.
That's great,
These
man.
buttons,
Thank you.
man. Fucking we don't have enough.
So, real quick, you guys are very familiar with the concept of Rock the Dwayne Johnson being the Savage Dragon. And
Yes.
So, the thing in the 3D print community is the Rock's face on it. So, people are...
Yes.
Somebody printed in the Realm group, either they had printed it or they'd shown somebody had printed a dragon with the Rock's face. So I actually had to post my picture that I have with my figure.
Yep.
And it's very hard to just pull this out of it. So I asked Ricky It's like, if you have time, you should try to dig up those clips, the Savage Dragon Rock clips. Yes.
I want to say, if you start traveling, like renaming my podcast, officially aspect, Louisiana aspect. If you have, so this was from Shane G. He said, if you start traveling, he's talking about accents. We talked about this a little bit last week. If you he said the New Orleans area has its own set of accents depending on what side of the lake you're on, what area you're in. If you start traveling west in the more Academia area, Acadiana.
That means they're smart folks. I mean, they're smart folks, I think.
It's My Hero Acadiana. Acadiana?
I don't know. I think
area is where you start hearing the accents more like what you people hear from Troy on Swamp People. Not even then, the thick of the accent isn't common to everyone. I've lived my whole life in this area, and most people don't believe it because I don't have any recognizable accent. And then everything changed once you heard about an hour north of this area where the dirt is as red as the necks. And they have a twang in their voice. So because of this, I'm naming myself the podcast officially, unofficially Louisiana expert. We have accepted.
Yes,
we have accepted your
plea.
plea.
We've accepted your terms. Actually, you can have half a minute. I'll split Mississippi with you. So
if you have any questions, contact the number below. I'd be happy to tell you guys anything you want to know. As always, go Power Rangers. Thank you for that. Garinger wrote in. Got a few questions for Chris.
Boom. Yo, I'm here.
Will you be doing any swamp themed pieces? I am working on an Age of Sigmar orc army and think they would go well with them.
Somebody tell me what that is.
That's fantasy 40K.
Okay,
that's miniatures, fantasy, like high. Yeah,
we've done.
You got orcs and goblins in that bit.
Yeah, we've done the organic stuff. Isn't necessarily we can do it, but it's hard to do it in scale.
I don't know. The swamp I'm into right now is tap 1 for black mana, bro.
I don't know. That's
magic.
I'll say you never know, but I don't have any plans for anything at the moment.
Ooga booga.
There you go.
Thoughts on Windham Rotunda?
So that is the former Fiend, aka Bray Wyatt. I loved the Bray Wyatt character that he did with the "Let Me In" and the lanterns and everything and the rocking chair. I just thought that was very clever and actually kind of relates to our friend in the swamp there, because they were it was actually more like a Florida swamp kind of redneck backwoods vibe. It's kind of it was very unique. He got let go by the WWE, although his merchandise was like the top. Apparently, he was difficult to work with. I think he's a super talented guy. I would like to see what happens to him next. He's been able to work other places for about a month now and hasn't. This is a pro wrestler. If we're not putting that together.
Yeah, no, I put that together.
Okay. I'm just as lost as when I was talking about Magic.
So he said, I used to watch WWE all the time, and he was one of my favorites, but I became disinterested because the booking sucked. Parentheses, around late 2019 to early 2020. Yeah. Has it gotten any better, or is there another promotion I should check out?
You should definitely be watching AEW.
I already knew. I know the answer to that. Why don't you?
And listen, I will tell all you people, I said it, that are listening to this podcast, I am missing the Winter is Coming AEW special as we speak to record this podcast. So I'm not
getting Game of Thrones shit.
It kind of is, yeah. They do blue eyes in the promos,
right? But like.
But winter's coming, Joe.
I know, but it's like, isn't the Game of Thrones over 2-3 years ago?
There's some, so yes, AEW, GCW is great right now. If you just want to see some crazy wrestling, spend $10 a month and go to independentwrestling.tv and get it's a streaming service. Oh my God, there's so much wrestling on there. You can watch any kind of wrestling in the world. From all over the world.
So, dude, Turkish or wrestling.
I bet you it's on there.
Where is that? Dude, I don't know if you know what that is.
Hobby horse wrestling.
Twerkish?
We talked about a whole episode about it here.
Oh, yes,
I know.
Yes.
It's something to behold.
To behold.
Jason M. wrote in. He said, "Hi, Nerd Ragers. I first want to send a special thanks to Bobby for giving his time. Special. To discuss collecting Marvel and DC figures. I was new to it and sought his advice on how I should start out. I was shocked when he actually offered to take my call and talk about it. So, all right. So let me just
see. He didn't ask me because it would have just been 3 words.
Let me just wrap this up. So Jason M is a Patreon supporter. We talked about Mezco.
Mm-hmm.
Jason M is a Patreon supporter, and he wrote me and he was like, "I'm thinking about getting into Marvel and DC 112 scale figures." Mm-hmm. What's the fans' toys of it? Where do I start? And I was like,
great question.
I was like, look, man, it's complicated. And I was like, and then like he asked, I gave him like a quick look. In my opinion, SHF is the fans' toys. Start there, and then he had a whole bunch of subsequent questions, and I was like, it's too much, dude. you got a phone number? I know you're a Patreon supporter. You have a phone number? And he was like, yep. And I called him. And I was like, I stayed on the phone with him for like a half hour and just talked him through Mezco, Mafex, SH Figuarts, it's like all Hasbro, all of the Mattel, all of the kind of major players. And he said, no question today. Just want to also give some love to Joe and Chris as well. I've only been listening for a couple months now, but the three of you together is so damn entertaining. Never thought I would be looking forward to listening to three guys I don't know talk about their personal shit they do every week.
We're talking about personal shit here.
Bobby Joe Pinkerton's right here for you.
You remind me a lot of my two coworkers. I'm shocked we haven't been turned into HR. Anyways, love the channel. You all sound like cool guys to sit and bullshit with. I hit my wife with the dad jokes every week and get the eye roll.
Yeah, I've been told there's several people that notate.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who fucking.
They're very rarely original, but I do go out of my way to source them. At
Joe
least.
is the wife of Nerd Rage Radio.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for giving me something to look forward to each week. Glad to be part of the cool table. Jason M.
Right on.
Angel wrote in. Do you remember from
Yes.
last week?
I can't say it right because I don't have that kind of tongue movement.
So he said,
I wasn't born with it.
I have no words that can express my disappointment for this HasLab project. I just do not understand HasLab anymore. First issue I had with HasLab was their Victory Saber, et cetera, et cetera. Fuck you, Hasbro. He goes on and on. I'm pretty sure you guys discussed the Rancor already due to my last email. I'm genuinely curious. I put out a sit-down Saturday about it, but I would like for him to express his opinions on some more, as well as we get to the crew's opinions. As for me swearing off Hasbro products for now, they've lost my trust. Look, I think
I have a problem with that now too because we always try.
P.S. I'm too pissed off to say it this time, so I'll save Joe the heartache from Bobby reading it. Have a good day, gentlemen.
Thank you. But we always shout in Hasbro for Transformers, but then you always bought Black Series and
Marvel Legends.
Yeah, Joe
so I was
stuff's
always
been
out of it, so I never had anything good to say. But I think don't Hasbro own Wizards of the Coast, bro? I think they do.
They do. Yeah.
So I'm buying
You're buying Hasbro
now
products,
because
yeah.
Magic.
Magic.
Yeah.
That's definitely a Hasbro product.
Yeah, I think that so all of the shit regarding the Rancor, the biggest mistake they made here was not putting Ula and Malakili in the initial batch.
Yeah.
That's the biggest
That
mistake.
would have generated enough.
Correct. We all agree. The second mistake in that list was offering Malakili at a stretch goal and then backing him down. As soon as they backed him down to the like you just get him when you buy, is when they lost the trust. Is when they said, "Look, we just want to get this done." Well, now I got news for you. You've told people you might back some other shit down.
Yep.
You've set a precedent.
Yep.
Yeah.
But them putting the foot down and not making it also helps set a new precedent, saying, "Look, if we don't get it, we don't."
That's true too. That's true.
But
too.
I also and the Ula thing, I understand. I think kind of why they don't want to make that because it's too the PR is just not good.
You're probably
It's
right.
a bunch of fucking bullshit.
Naked Slave Girl is not the best.
Yes, it's
figure to put
not
out.
the best. And you know what it's not the best for? A week and a half before somebody fucking does something stupid like Lizzo sitting in a fucking thong weighing 300 pounds in a fucking NBA game.
Agreed. 100%.
You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden it's all over. Everybody's talking about Lizzo's ass in front of a fucking third grader.
I got to look this up because I didn't see this. I was on a boat.
See,
Now this was fucking earlier this year.
No, I'm not saying I'm on Hasbro's side, but I see why.
I know. I'm expressing my anger about.
No, I agree.
whole-
100% agree with you because it's fucking crazy. You don't even know what side what things
You're
are
only
anymore.
guilty until the next thing.
Yep.
Look, I got news for you. Tory Lanez shot a bitch in her foot. That's allegedly a fact. And guess what? His album is fucking hard as hell. I was rocking it this morning or this evening when Joe came in for a nice piece of bangkok, whatever the fuck.
I did not have bukkake.
What was
That's
that
not
called?
what I had.
What was that called?
Chocolate bread.
It was like a chocolate bread thing, and my whole family was enjoying the vibe of this music of this guy that shot some girl in her foot. Like you're only this trial and error period of social media is you're only guilty until the next motherfucker's guilty. And the way these motherfuckers are so rabidly hungry looking for the next guilty motherfucker, you got about a week and a half tops.
Yep. Yeah.
Tops.
I think the difference is a person and a company.
Yeah.
Like a person can live through whatever trials and tribulation. A company is different. They have more to worry about
they're
than
putting
themselves.
out Psylocke figures. I mean,
I get it.
Just Either way, it's dead in the water and it's done, and it's hanging out with Cookie Monster.
You live, you learn.
Yeah.
So, do people really fucking need a Rancor anyway, though?
So so we don't need the Rancor. We need Ula and Malakili.
That's the thing.
Luckily, the 3D print community is probably grinding that out for you right now.
And customizer artists across
That's
the.
what I'm saying,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? You fucking get with an artist. Support a fucking creator, an actual creator that's not going to fucking bend and fucking woe to the fucking hashtags. Get a fucking creator to back your shit.
You have an Etsy account, bro?
Dude, I have an.
I have an Etsy account.
I do.
Okay, cool.
Oh, who's wearing an Etsy hoodie at this moment?
Right. That's the support of creator.
I like you in another color than black, Bobby.
You like that? And you should have seen the shoes I had on earlier, but I'm saving them. I took them off. I'm saving them. Don't look down at my socks. I'm saving them.
Oh, I got a whole line of sneakers I haven't worn in front of you yet.
Oh, dude,
Jesus,
you're the only one.
I would never notice.
So
only you two will ever notice in any given room, probably.
I mean, I've been wearing hype sneakers for years, and Bobby's just now opening his eyes. But we'll leave that alone.
Steven Z. I'm not opening my eyes. I always liked shoes. I just thought I couldn't wear them anymore.
I see you now.
Steven Z. Legacy. Hey, nerd herders. I've been enjoying Bobby's videos for over a year and NRR for a few months since Baltimore TFCon, where I got my first exposure to the realm.
Oh, boy.
I wanted to start by saying thanks for welcoming me in, the laughs, entertainment, ideas, and inspiration for all you provide. Well, I'm not into anime, and I hated Shang-Chi, so not you so much, Joe, but Bobby and Chris are great.
Oh, wow.
Perfect.
P.S. Just playing, Joe, you're great.
Nah, bro, I'm not the least favorite here.
My question for you all is based on a struggle I'm currently experiencing having to do with my future and legacy, specifically as a collector. My wife and I are in our last round of IVF. Oh, dude, good luck. And this is basically our last chance to have a kid. Then my Pokeballs are truly just decoration. And all is it on you?
But
and
if you listen to last week's episode, you know that adopting is a gift.
And that's facts. If you listen on the Patreon,
it's not on last.
All that personal shit I put on the Patreon.
Yeah, you should listen to that episode and really get
subscribe for $1. Listen to that episode. And all I have to look forward to from then is sitting on them in my older years. My struggle is what happens to my collection if I have no one to pass it on to or enjoy it with. I see so many of my friends and family enjoying their hobbies with their kids, blah, blah, blah. So what do each of you plan on doing with your accumulated collection? We've tackled this in the past, but we'll tackle it again. P.S. Bobby, based on your recent adventures, I took to Google to see what Fort Armistead looked like, and I found this for you. And it's some fucking furry getting a photo shoot.
Oh my god!
Perfect.
I wonder if that's the furry.
awesome
I wonder if that's
is
the
that?
furry from the pickup truck. Send me that picture. The pickup truck that
truck
we
furry?
see around town. Forward me that picture. I gotta have that.
So here's the thing: is Chris and I are very similar, I think, in that we both are very passionate about the things that we collect and have this
fluid.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sure.
And have accumulated this large collection, and our kids couldn't give a fuck less about it.
I would tell you the blessing for me is that my wife and my oldest son are clued into the world that I play in, so to speak. So when the time comes, they can liquidate accordingly.
Yeah,
and that's basically where I'm at with it.
So here's the thing: we're just saving you a step. Like you don't have to go through the disappointment. You can just go right to the salesmanship.
That's right. Now listen, if they want to take certain things and that were important to me, or
correct,
or, hey, more power to you. Or maybe like these things here are the things you should keep.
But the thing is, they might luck out because with IVF, he's going to have like sextuplets. So like one of them is probably going to like his shit.
Our advice: liquidate.
Yeah, well, if you don't have kids like me, you don't have to liquidate. When you die, it's somebody else's problem.
Or
you're
when,
not gonna care.
When you
even
just,
that's a problem.
When the stairs get to be too much and you move into
Krista.
that. What?
Well, we're assuming she's gonna outlive me.
Correct. She's gonna outlive you.
But she also likes this shit, and she wouldn't get rid of it. So when she dies, and then that's somebody else's problem.
Yeah, but it's going to come down to somebody. Like
I know, but I'm saying it's somebody who cares.
Correct. It's going to come down to
But
somebody.
it's not me. I'm saying like,
yes, but what I'm saying is that in any other scenario, you would take issue with people not realizing that somebody wasn't going to care. That somebody it wasn't going to be a burden. Like I know I have all this shit with the full conceptualization that it's going to be somebody's burden at some point.
Or trash.
If I don't get rid of it. Or trash. Or trash.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if I'm just playing this scenario. I'm dead. Chris is dead. We don't have a next of kin that we care about or cares about us.
Yeah, but it's the burden.
It becomes trash.
Yes, but still, even that is going to be somebody putting this shit into a box and putting it outside into the trash can. But you're still asking somebody to do something for you. Is it
who? Actually, I actually don't know what happens. Like for the old people who like dies and nobody cares about them, somebody clears out their apartment wherever the fuck. And I'm assuming it's like a service. If they have no,
somebody's paying for it. No service
the county
is for free.
is paying for it.
Nope. Somebody's getting that bill.
I'll tell you who it is.
Like,
it's the holder of your note of the home because they want to be able to sell it.
No, but what if you own the house? Which I'm actually on track to.
It probably
in 5 to 6 years.
Dude,
That's why my money's going. So I'll
it.
get the magic cards.
So if you own your house, that shit'll sit there till they condemn it. I mean, in this neighborhood, it might be like 2 weeks.
I'm actually curious now. If you own the house, you don't pass it to no fucking body. No one has a claim to it.
I don't know.
It just fucking sits there.
I mean,
that's crazy.
That's why
until government taxes default,
right?
And then the government owns it.
And then somebody will walk in and be like, "What the fuck?" Because they'll find both your bodies in there, right? Because you've been there for
probably. Oh no! It becomes storage war. Someone's gonna build our house and our shit.
Let's move on. This is from Richie K.
I'm interested in shit like this.
He said, "Food for thought: the new Spider-Man movie is going to have Tobey and Andrew in it. We all know that. We have seen the missing people in the trailers, and all the old villains are back. It would be mentally ridiculous not to bring them back. You know it. I know it. All the normies know it too.
Yeah.
So why is the studio still keeping it a secret?
Because that's what they do.
What if it's just misdirection? What if it's all just to hide a bigger secret?
I think that's it. I think that they are in it, but that's just like
tip of the iceberg.
That's the ice cream, and the sundae still got all the toppings.
We all are focused on who we know is there and what they are telling us, that not a lot of us thinking about who else might be there. Say, for example, Miles Morales.
Diversion.
I think this would be a great way for the studio to get that oh shit moment, if not just Tobey and Andrew rock up to help, but also live action Miles Morales to help along with him. What do you think? I think that that's possible because they kind of act like the Tobey Maguire. I mean, whoever this kid is, Holland, is coming to an end.
Okay, but the thing I was brought up to me, because I don't know too much about Miles Morales. I know the service level, right, and the movie.
Same.
But someone broke it down to me, and the Tom Holland Spider-Man has the exact same backstory as Miles Morales, except it's fucking a white kid, Tom Holland, instead of Miles Morales. I don't know how true that is, but like they broke it down to me. I'm like, oh, that's the same fucking story.
So I don't know, but isn't that just the Spider-Man story?
No, not with the fat sidekick guy and like the Uncle Ben not really being mentioned, and then like I don't know.
I think Peter's had a fat sidekick guy too.
No, that's what he's saying. He's got Ned.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that Peter has also had a fat
in the comic
sidekick
book?
guy. Yeah.
Can you name him?
No, because I don't read.
I mean, you know why?
Because all the Spider-Man comics are fucking awful. Which is great.
He wasn't in the cartoons. There was no fat sidekick in the cartoons.
What's a great Spider-Man comic aside from Kraven's Last Hunt?
I really like that Superior Spider-Man book. You didn't like it though.
Awful.
Also, the love interest, I think is more aligned to Miles Morales than the Mary Jane of Peter.
Speaking of which, I saw her on the red carpet.
Zendaya?
Sick.
Like in a good way?
No.
What do you mean sick?
She looks sick.
Oh.
Maybe she is.
Dude, maybe she is, but she is thoughts and prayers.
I feel bad. Dude, one time...
She looks unhealthy. Like she looked bad.
I mean, one time I was at a red light and I was turning green light. This guy was crossing the road at a slow pace and I said something... And it turned out to be true, and I felt really bad.
Dude, I'm telling you, I've seen...
I said, what are you...
And then I'm 40 years old. It's not like I've never seen Hollywood bitches on the red carpet looking anorexic.
Oh, okay.
She looked sick.
She might be. I'm saying she might be sick.
She might be.
She might. Like, she looked...
Hey, listen. These Hollywood people are tucking it in now. They're not putting it out. There's something wrong.
She looked...
Don't feel bad in 3 months.
Rough.
Okay.
I mean, we've had people die in recent... time that we had no idea they were sick, and
so I hope she's okay is all I'm saying. I hope she's okay,
because it's like another Doom movie she needs to make.
But
because the source material, this is the material, right? You don't care about it's not about the fucking person. She got to stay alive to make the goddamn movies.
She wasn't a good Mary J. choice to begin with,
but maybe she was a good whoever Miles Morales' love interest is in the books, as I was told.
Maybe. My thing with that is I think it's very easy to be like, oh, well, it's just another white kid taking the fucking role.
Well, I'm not going that route.
But I'm
not
think
going
it's
that route.
very easy to take that route.
Okay,
right?
okay, I see that, but that wasn't the route I was taking. I was taking the route of the
And it's
story's
like,
already.
oh yeah, it is, but it's also his Uncle Ben that fucking died, and he's living with his aunt, just like fucking Peter Parker. Like he's
hot young, well, not young, but hot,
dude,
hot.
progressively getting younger and hotter. Can we all agree on that?
Yes.
Something needs to be said about that because I
Something needs to be done
feel
about
a way
this.
about feeling a way about fucking Aunt May.
Because you shouldn't feel that way about Aunt May. You
should not.
look at Aunt May that
It should
way.
be your grandma.
Yes.
Not the hot aunt.
Yes.
Enough.
That's fair.
Old bitches only. OBO.
Well, we don't. Old bitches aren't
You
the
know
same.
OBO? This is OBO.
OBO.
But old bitches aren't built the same way as they used to be.
That's true.
50-year-old nowadays and 50-year-olds 20 years ago are not the same thing.
Well, yeah, Marissa Tomei's got to be in her 50s, right?
Right. I'm saying 50.
least.
Oh, she's looking good.
So her
She's
age,
wearing
is,
it well.
her age is right.
I don't know if she's wearing it out.
That and you like the mature ladies anyway.
You know that.
Maturebabes.com is definitely on Bobby's fucking.
Mike P says, Yo-Yo Power Rangers. Hello, Joe. Thought about
Joe.
my old baseball card collecting and ran across a picture of Bill Ripken's bottom of the bat safe.
Oh, yeah. I remember. I had that card when I was a kid.
Fuck face card.
I had that card, bro. I remember when that came. I was in 7th or 8th grade, and it was such a big deal to have because it was a pretty common card.
My question is, was this on Bobby's radar at all being in Baltimore? He was into baseball as a youth, so I would imagine it would have at least come up in conversation. So yes, I was well aware of Billy Ripken. If you grew up in this area, Cal Ripken is like
God.
He's the
Iron
mayor.
Man.
He's the mayor. He's the governor. He's like Hogan who? Like what Cal gave it up? Like he's you know what I mean? He's a celebrity here.
Yeah.
So I definitely knew Billy as being the younger brother. I could name you like the amount of Oreos, and I'm born and raised in this area.
That's the Nutella one.
Cal
There's the
Ripken.
dark chocolate.
Yeah. I've always loved Oreos, and I always thought it was, why is a bird their mascot when it's a cookie company?
Dude, I was seriously confused because I was foreign when I came.
Cal Ripken, Billy Ripken,
Yeah.
Billy Robinson,
Okay.
Eddie Money.
Eddie Money saying,
Eddie-
take me home
No, not Eddie Money.
tonight.
Not Eddie Money. Eddie. It's like Eddie
Not
Murray.
not Eddie Murphy, but
It's
Eddie
not Eddie
Murray.
Murphy.
I remember Eddie Murray played
Eddie
for the
Murray.
Expos.
And I only know his name because it was so close to Eddie Murphy. And he's a black dude on Oreos. I'll be honest. Like it was. That's how I knew his name. And like, those are the only 4 Orioles players that I've ever known my whole life.
Well, you got me beat by 2 because I could name the Ripkins, and that's about it.
With Joe talking about getting back into Magic. Oh, but here we go. Where did all the Rangers card collecting begin and end?
Oh, I can. Yeah, I got super into. I collected baseball cards some, but when
I did too.
basketball cards came around, I was like, oh my god, they're
Flea
great.
Ultra, bro.
Well, it was Skybox and then Upper Deck. And,
So I remember Upper Deck, but I had Upper Deck baseball cards.
Yeah, so Upper Deck just changed the game all the way around.
They did.
And it made your
It seemed
your 89
nicer. It was like a
well, they
nicer
were.
quality
It was nicer.
card.
It was better quality
It was-
card.
and
yeah.
it had the hologram on the back, and it was a better picture.
Nice.
And I collected. I got way in the way. I collected fucking hockey cards. I had
Wow.
and I don't know why. It was NFL cards. They had something called Pro Set. They had a ton of different cards. There was a bunch of like chase cards, I guess is what they'd be called now. Remember they had like some golfers that had Pro Set cards that were worth a lot of money. And then I had the Marvel cards, like
I
the
have a
first
lot-
3
I still
sets
have a
of
lot
them.
of
I had
Marvel
the
cards.
Marvel
And
cards.
I gave those away like 15
They're not
years
worth
ago.
anything.
Yo.
You're wrong.
Let's go through
Another
this.
one. I have a full sets of stuff that aren't worth anything.
I had the Marvel.
lately.
I had the Marvel Series 1, the Marvel Series 2, the Marvel Series 3, which were trash. I had the Marvel Masterpiece.
That's where it's at.
I had the X-Men.
They look extra nice.
X-Men that Jim Lee did solely Series 1, the X-Men Series 2, which was also trash. And I think that's it. And I had the Spider-Man. That was all basically Todd McFarlane captured art from the cells and panels of Spider-Man 1 through 5 or whatever.
I had the first 2 series of the Marvel with all. I had all the hologram cards, which were hard to. That was a challenge.
Those
to
are
get all
specials.
those,
Of
but-
course. The rares.
I mean, I remember. Yeah, I had made a friend who was super into that kind of stuff, and I was like, I don't want these.
And your
Yeah.
kids are super into Pokemon cards still. Your kids were at some point, and they're out of it now.
And I'm waiting on these damn AEW cards to come out. Apparently, they got pushed back till next year. Although
Yeah, I mean, I collect comic book cards because I like comic book shit. But like, I was playing Magic when Magic first came out, and I wish I still have those cards. I'm sure some of those are worth some money, but like throughout moving 80 different times between then and now, they're all gone.
And he said, I started with baseball and other sports cards, then 2 X-Men sets, the Star Trek card game, then unplayable Star Wars card game. I never had that, but I did have the Star Wars painted. It was like a masterpiece, but it was Star Wars. And it was like all different artists that did like their own interpretations of characters. That was cool. So then Sugar F, first time writing in, but long time listener. I always love the vibes and energies of the show. Finally had time to listen to last week's episode. Loved it. Good friends, good vibes, good drinks. Always makes for good times. With all the wild side tracking you guys did, it reminded me of a scene from a South Park episode like way back. I'll just send you a YouTube link if you guys want to check it out. That's all I had to add. Looking forward to the next show. Stay safe. Keep healthy. Keep up the good times. Peace.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate it, man.
Sean says, hey, Nerd Ragers, I had this thought once while rewatching Interview with a Vampire. It's only half cooked.
And right.
But I figure in light of the author's passing, now's a good time to tell it to someone. Lestat's relationship with Lewis is like the Joker had found a 9-year-old Bruce Wayne and said, hey, kid, I've got something that'll make you less sad about your parents' death. You interested? Wow. Shit. That's fucking right on the money. Shit. I don't even know how to fucking digest that. But other than saying you're right. So we're starting to learn more and more. This is from Paul C. We're starting to learn more and more about superhero footwear. Miles Morales famously wears Jordans, as does MCU Shang-Chi. Hopefully Pinkerton can specify which ones exactly. I feel like he was wearing fucking Converse in the movie.
Which you talking about?
Shang-Chi. Maybe he wasn't. Now I see. I see the red and white on the bottom of the sole.
I don't even know what they were wearing.
What kind of shoes do other superheroes wear?
Lie. You always pay attention to people's footwear. You should.
Yeah, but I didn't pay attention to that.
Steve Rogers doesn't seem like the Jordans type. He seems like the type to wear Chuck Taylors. I disagree. Do you have any other ideas for other heroes or villains? I'm going to be honest with you.
So I'll tell you the Batman, Michael Keaton Batman suit those are Air Jordan 7s.
No shit.
I think it's the 7. Tyler will probably correct me. Something 6, 7, 8, right around in there. Yeah, it's a custom made pair.
Huh.
I'm trying to think of any other Jordans have just come to the point like
I only like two numbers.
The ones in the 11s,
4s and 5s.
Really? Okay. I mean, I've owned Jordans my entire life. I have a hard time finding a pair that I think's comfortable anymore because my feet are old and trash.
They don't breathe a whole lot.
They don't,
They're very hot, but it's like a gift and a curse because they're very cushiony because all like the material around your like foot and ankle, but they're also like my foot starts to sweat in them shit.
And it becomes squishy.
Yeah, so I take it out way before.
I love 4s, but I can't wear them. Last pair I had, I sold them because they hurt my feet.
Really?
Yeah.
So I haven't had that problem. I don't know if I think of any other character off top that would like.
I don't know enough about shoes to comment.
I think the Hulk probably wears Crocs because they're cheap. And I mean, why not?
Bust out of them.
Who would wear Yeezys?
Yeah,
fucking Nightwing.
Yep.
You're probably
Nightwing.
I don't know nothing about Yeezys or Nightwing, but that's the first thing that came to my mind.
Peter Quill would wear Yeezys.
You're probably right.
These are Yeezys.
Yes.
What the fuck's a Yeezy? You don't. I could see that.
Yeah.
I think.
And I think Deadpool would probably wear Yeezys, just ironically. Almost.
I could see Deadpool in a pair of air dunks.
Some dunks, yeah.
Or pumps.
And I think Steve Rogers in Converse All Stars or Chuck Taylors is just the way it should be.
No, Steve Rogers is wearing New Balance, man. He's going to wear New Balance.
Yeah, I don't think it would work because I don't think that they're practical enough.
Yeah,
I think
they don't give enough.
Functional.
I'm not talking about to work in. I'm talking about when he's just kicking back.
I don't feel like they give enough
listening to some old
They don't give enough
game.
ankle support.
He's the guy who buttons up his shirt and tucks it in while laying back. So
well, I guess
I'm going with like a Reebok classic.
Well, I've never paid attention in the on your left scene what those guys are. I think they're wearing Under Armour, to be honest.
Yeah, which is probably most likely.
Yeah. That's a Maryland thing.
That's Maryland too.
It's a Maryland thing, but I think they have
that's
Under
on
Armour
brand
shirts.
That's on brand.
Yeah.
And then our last question for the day is from Matt H.
Oh,
the legend himself.
Good old Matt H.
Merry Christmas to you and yours. I hope the holidays are treating you well so far. I have a quick story and a couple of questions for you. Last week, I was whipping up some food for the family. Sadly, in my haste, I cut myself pretty badly. Ooh. That rhymed, by the way. I knew from experience I was going to have to make a trip to the emergency room. Wow. After nearly 2 hours, I finally started getting stitched up. I asked the doc if I could do it myself. His response was, suit yourself.
Oh, Matt, you clever dog. You clever dog.
Now that Joe's groans are over, I was wondering what format Joe is looking to play on his Magic Table journey.
Commander, EDH. That's it.
Do you have a color preference?
Black. All black and red.
He says, I would
red.
I would recommend EDH, as it tends to attract far less neckbeard garbage cabinets.
Correct.
Mono blue sucks.
Correct. Well,
I don't
interesting,
know what's happening, but
like
there's a lot of head
me
nodding.
neither. But I'm in.
I'm here for the
committed,
vibes.
Yeah.
But I used to play standards, and that's all I know. But like, it becomes samesies, and it's too competitive, and you have to pay. Well, not that you don't pay money for Commander, but it's different. It's a different vibe. EDH Commander is for fun, and it's fun. It's 100 cards. I'm going to explain it to you people. Mm-hmm. You people. Normally,
you don't have to.
What does that mean? Bald people, Joe?
Bald white men.
Bald white men. Normal Magic is with 60 cards, and usually you have 60. 60. 60.
6. That's a lot.
It's a deck of 60.
Can I play with 6?
I mean,
how many of your friends did I kill?
A hand is 7. I mean, okay. a regular deck of cards is 52, right?
I guess you're right. Yeah.
So a third of those are mana, doesn't count, and the rest of those are whatever fun cards you want. But mostly, you play multiple copies of the same card that are strong because you want to win. So you end up with everyone's deck have like 7 different cards. It's fucking boring. Commander's 100 cards in a deck. Yes, 100. But you can only have one copy of each card. So it's 100 different cards. So it's 20,000 plus cards in Magic, the format, the game. So like every fucking deck is different, and even if you play the same deck 5 times, you can have completely different games every time. It's very interesting.
I have a question. From a gameplay concept basis,
hey, get on spell table, bro. I'm talking to the listener.
Is the concept of the gameplay with the game Magic the same as Pokemon?
The other way around, but yes. I'm pretty sure Magic was.
I don't.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Magic
Wizards of the Coast owned it all at one point in time.
Before that, before Wizards of the Coast, like Garfunkel, yeah,
Simon.
Yeah, I know. Magic came out when I was
93.
93. I was going to say 93.
95 is
senior in high school.
Yeah,
and because I remember kids would have just these rubber banded decks, bringing them to school and playing, and I'm like, what the fuck is this nerd shit?
Look at you now,
and look at me now. Well, saying that to say,
yeah,
I had no idea how it worked then. 25 years later, I still have no idea how it works.
There's 20,000 cards. There's a lot of cards, just like Pokemon has a lot of cards.
Sure.
To play, to bring your deck to the table, play. Everyone has their own deck. Mm-hmm. You can put whatever cards you want in that deck.
Can you play with slabbed cards? Can you bring 100 slabbed cards? Like graded? Can you play with graded cards?
You can't. No. Actually, funny. People do.
It's gonna be funny to bring this long ass case with all these slabs.
No, you can. There are. I mean, my cards are double sleeved. Mm-hmm. Like they're quite thick.
Flex on them.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, when you're spending money on cards, you want them to, and you're playing with them.
You put them in a penny sleeve and a top loader.
I mean. It is a top load.
I know the vibe. Listen, I live in a house.
I'm hyped now.
I live in a house with card collectors.
So like that's why I always hesitate to play with 40K, because you spend all this fucking time, especially me, modeling, sanding, painting, making these things perfect, and then you fucking knock them about the table. It doesn't matter how much you fucking varnish them, they're gonna chip and they're gonna get dinged up. But with cards, if you're careful with them, you play with them, you double sleeve them, they will stay pristine forever. Like the sleeves nowadays, you can like dunk them in water and the cards won't get wet.
Oh, love to hear it. The next question was: as I drove around this time of year, the decorating choices people choose can be mind-boggling. Do you fellas decorate the outside of your homes?
That's a dragon outside right now.
What makes it? I know
the dragon's great.
It's across the street from me. I see it.
What makes a good looking holiday display? I think the blow up stuff is the height of white trash.
Bro, come on.
Almost as if Marlboro Red was a
Picking him just raise his
domicile.
hand.
Looking forward to the new year with you crazy cats. All the best. Love you, Matt.
I need to speak first on this. That Bobby Scoface loves holiday blow-ups.
Hate it.
I mean, I'm thinking maybe for Christmas this year, I might get half a dozen and put them in his yard.
Hate it.
There's not enough room in our little yards for half of it. We don't have bottle land like you do.
Listen, it's fine. I could still fit 6. We have not put up a single Christmas decoration.
I was going to bring it up this point. Like
Not a
Christmas
single-
decorating
and I
is
don't-
not the same as when I was a
I
kid.
don't think we talked about it today. I don't think
you
we're
are?
getting anything out.
Wow.
And
Kids haven't said a word about it.
Wow.
When we were kids, you were the odd man out if you didn't decorate. Now the decorations is the odd ones to me. I think
I don't know. There's a lot of decorations.
There's a
out
lot of
there.
decorations.
Is
I'll be
there?
honest. Like,
I mean, like not
Lot of decorations.
bullshit. Not bullshit string light.
no, you can go.
I mean,
listen,
like I'm talking about like real decorating. Not like
Joe,
I
Joe, you
spent
go
like an hour doing this.
You
There's
go
a
on
lot
my
out
you
there.
go on my front porch right now. In every direction you look, there's light.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot out
Like
there.
the people.
Is that right now? Because I drive home
that
every day. I don't see that much.
That house that's
Dude.
behind my house that you can't see from the fucking road. They are.
There's
they're
bad
lit
people
up.
paying for that shit now.
I know that people. I'm saying it doesn't. It seems like when I was a kid, the entire neighborhood was lit up.
I think that might have been like kid perception. Like,
That's what I'm wondering.
yeah,
I wonder-
like because like they're everywhere. I will say like so we have a little bit of our outside decorated.
It's very tasteful. By the way.
Thank you. That's
It does need a couple blow ups.
Yeah, it's no slapping dragon. Is that the same house with the fucking cat in Halloween?
Yeah,
probably.
it is.
Yeah.
It's actually you just turn it inside out. You turn inside out.
Dude, I had an inside out jacket once. Yeah, I love that thing. I thought that was the coolest thing.
Bro.
It was green, metallic green on one side and silver on the other.
What about the shorts that have the zippers? Just they become pants.
I didn't have those.
Okay.
So I'll say, Matt H. I'll take a picture of it tonight to post tomorrow evening on Patreon. But it's like we do like the railing of our porch, and I think a couple of different little like maybe I don't know.
You have a wreath on the door.
Wreath on the door and then candles in the windows.
I think there's a rug. Is there a rug?
Yes,
Themed rug?
and I think that we probably, in a perfect world, should line our porch roof, but we don't, because I am of the mindset that decoration should be best enjoyed for the family. So we can't enjoy that shit on the outside.
Yeah, so why bother even doing anything on the outside?
So I'm heavy on just decorating the inside. Like I like having the trees and the lights and all that shit inside. If you see decorations outside, that's Laura wanting to decorate outside.
Because that's for other people to look at.
Correct. I am more for decorating inside so that we can enjoy it as a family. But I think
Did you like shit when you? Because like I know it's a thing and people enjoy it. That's fine. But like I was always bored as fuck when I was dragged to light shows. When you drive through Columbia, it was big, huge in Columbia.
Correct. So I'll tell you, we do it every year.
Do the kids like it?
Do you do a
they
light
love
show,
it.
or you
Okay,
just go
cool.
drive around like
They
a light?
love it.
No, that's a
we
you
go-
had to pay to like.
No. We don't go to the.
I'm
pay
talking about
shit.
those.
No, so I've never done that. Even
Okay.
the
I
shit
was
that was
dragged to those
at the hospital.
Because
Shit,
family would love that shit
at the hospital
and,
because the hospital used to run that one. That hospital used to run that one. The one that was in
the
Columbia.
one across the Columbia Mall.
Yeah, that was a
Meriwether
hospital.
Post Pavilion.
Yeah, the hospital. That's the hospital shit. It all funds the hospital. It's like a super good thing to go to.
Oh, okay.
We never did it.
Okay.
But like what we do every year, my family is like we all pack into the car and we drive around and we have a system where we judge other people's lights.
See, that sounds fun to me. That's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we have
I'm talking
two thumbs down, one thumbs down, thumb in the middle, one thumb up, two thumbs up, and we grade everybody's decorations.
Oh yeah,
as
no,
we
that's great. That sounds like that
It's
sounds
great.
fun.
It's
Driving
great.
around the neighborhood is fun. Just like I drove down the there's a neighborhood down the street from us where they're building, this shopping center. Or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
That have you driven down that neighborhood? Balling down there. But it was fun. It kept going. I didn't know how fucking deep that neighborhood goes.
Yeah, but like
I'm just excited because I want more shops around this area.
we do that every year, and like the kids love it.
Man,
They're
I
like,
wish my kids loved
That sounds
anything.
fun. That sounds different. That's
Yeah.
like kind of shitting on people's
yeah,
house.
and like because my kids like my kids and I, our tastes and decorations totally different. So like if I see some nice like sharp, pristine, classy, crisp, doesn't it be too much? Just enough.
Oh, you don't want to be fucked up with lights.
I'll be like, dude, one thumb up, and my kids will be like, two thumbs down, and then like we'll pull up with something that's just like rainbow color lights fucking flung all over the fucking roof. Fucking my kids are like, 2 thumbs up, it's fucking great. And I'm like, 2 thumbs down.
Visual stimulation, man.
You know,
what about with the time with the music and the flickering and shit?
So that one, there's one in Mount Airy of that. That's fucking amazing.
I've seen some video. I haven't seen the one in Mount Airy. I've seen some videos of people that have like
synchronized.
You gotta
and,
go
like,
to
shows
that
the
one.
words and stuff.
That's
It's like around the corner from
Man, I
me.
ain't got to do shit.
No.
I just
love
told
the
you I ain't got a
energy.
single fucking Christmas stitch up.
That's my energy right there.
It's
too.
great though. It's great. That house in Mount Airy is fucking great. And like it's set to the radio. You put it on the radio dial. It's all synchronized with the. Like, it's fucking nice.
I will say
I love this shit though.
It's
Especially with the kids.
It's back towards Westminster from my house. There's a house. They go all out for Halloween. Like they got skeletons hanging from. And then this year they had like I promise you, it's like a 12 or 14 foot tall skeleton they had in the yard. Well, they just put a Santa hat on it and it's still there.
Perfect.
That's perfect.
Fucking perfect.
That's Halloween right there. Halloween and Christmas all
That's
rolled into one.
fucking Nightmare Before Christmas, right?
So what do we got? How many more episodes we got this year before you drop? Are you dropping?
We got one more.
One more.
That we're gonna probably record on probably half tomorrow and then half on Saturday, and then we're gonna do the best of, and then we'll be back after the new year.
Boom.
So with that, are you what time do you get off on Saturday? Are you coming through?
Yeah, I'm coming through. I'll get off at 6. I'll be home around 7. So,
all right,
changing shit. I'll be over at 7:15 at the soonest.
I gotta make sure. I want to make sure to get you in the video this year. I'll be very bummed if I can't get you in the video.
Oh, okay.
So with that, shout out to the rest of the.
It's been 82 years.
What is up
Why
there?
do I do it?
The Rancor is up there right now.
That's what it is.
Why do I do it?
Bro.
Shout out to the rest of the Cool Table. If you listen to the Cool Table podcast and you for fucking part of the, I don't know what the
Part
fuck
of
to
Spell
say.
Table,
I'm
bro.
too fucked up.
Spell Table.
Look,
Join my
shout
Spell
out to
Table.
you. Shout out to the rest. I did. Manny sent me like a nice Christmas gift. It was like a knife and a couple. Like it was just a very like Manny. Just come and fucking hang out. I don't
Bro,
know.
that's all
Don't stop sending me fucking gifts. Come and fucking hang out. Shout out to everybody else. Raul on Instagram, Phil on Twitter and on our notes, Dante on Facebook. I'll be seeing all you gentlemen on Saturday. It's basically my birthday. It's just turned into a Nerd Rage get together.
Nerds. Shout out to Ricky for helping us out too.
Shout out to Ricky. Now, Ricky and I are going to talk after the new year and make sure he really wants to commit to this. And then we're gonna
realize what you're committing to when you're committing to Bobby, bro.
Yeah, it's
a lot, man.
I was here. I am 6 years later.
Ricky and I are gonna get on the phone and we're really gonna make sure this is what he wants.
Be careful what you ask for, bro.
Yeah, speaking of Louis and Lestat.
Oh my goodness.
But with that being said, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be us three, obviously. And then Angry Gary is going to come through. Chucky O is going to come through.
Nice.
Gomez is trying to come through. Casey's going to come through.
Nice.
Like Raul is going to be here. Phil's going to be here. Dante's going to be here. It's just like a Nerd Rage party.
That's awesome.
I'm really looking forward to it, and we'll do something for that. And with that,
Flap your labius.
Tasty taint.
Tight Dick Player.